understand them, I love them. So I think this is going to be a good group for me. Because if you can still like a group when you cannot understand a single thing you're saying.
Yeah.
Let me, Yep,
So I had to go to the vent.
No, I don't want to go to channel customization. I just want to go to my fucking channel. Okay, there we go. Customization. I just want to go to my fucking.
How dare you not want the channel customization?
Did I just bounce out? Yeah.
A short recap for people joining us on this stream in the middle of the call. Sam is currently struggling with the Myers-Briggs test. He started taking it in German, but then eventually decided it would be helpful to take it in English. Like,
And then Ali keeps singing the works of Lin-Manuel Miranda.
It's a traditional Irish song. He has not
written by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Didn't you know he wrote all music?
He has not had his dirty paws all over this thing. I say that like I don't like First Burn. Not Burn! First Burn. Because I'm a pretentious bitch.
Oops.
And that's supposed to be news somehow.
Yeah, this Dawn of War is super unfucking unstable. Whatever. I'll start back. I'm not finished the goddamn Myers-Briggs. Fuck me. Okay.
I have no idea what I'm meant to be doing. Am I meant to be going to that bit? No. I did that and I bounced out. Oh, you're joking. God damn it.
I didn't hear what you said. I was taking the Myers-Briggs.
And now we're going back to German songs. Good luck. Well done, Sam. Now, yeah. Now you will have, no one will have any idea what I'm trying to say. Be a cunt. I know it's hard for you, but try.
Listen. Oh, Minda went away. Minda, come back. You were on top of my chair and now you're gone.
You were too angry for her. It just told me no, you're not allowed to do that. It just brings me right back to the start. That's very amusing.
But it is to sympathize with the person whose experience is very different from yours. Agree. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Agree.
How are you on the same question as me when you started like a quarter of an hour earlier than me?
No, because the same question as you would be like, Annika Vikster for some werk for that's what
I'm actually doing the English one because I very, very rarely do anything on the internet in German unless the website throws German at me when I was looking for English.
But where is your loyalty to the fatherland?
Isn't it the mother? Wait, no. Is Germany the fatherland or the motherland?
No. Germany's the fatherland. Russia's the motherland.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
The fatherland.
Whereas Scotland's Caledonian, we will always miss her.
Whereas Scotland is just like the bottom of a giant barrel of rum with the sides knocked away.
We're not pirates.
I didn't mean rum. I meant whiskey.
There we go. Getting the cultures confused is a bit not right, especially for an American. You have.
After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Go fuck yourself.
Says who? like social events after being busy.
My parents are extroverts who recharge by going on social events, and they don't understand that I do not.
See, one of my
See,
friends
this is the
is
thing.
an extrovert.
You often
But,
have a
like,
hard
he
time
doesn't-
understanding other people's feelings. And that is the thing where, like, that's a very fundamental thing where it's like, not innately, I'm pretty low fucking empathy,
Yeah.
but that's why I've gotten good at it.
Yeah, right. That is,
But
It's-
not
that's
so.
the
Which should
one.
I answer? What is
Why?
what? Which one is the test asking me for?
you're disagreeing because you are good at empathizing with or understanding people's feelings because it doesn't come to you naturally, so you put effort into it. So
Okay, so yeah,
you're
it's wondering like are they asking me or are they asking the
It's
mask?
not trying.
I guess they're
basically,
asking
think
the
about it like
mask.
they're not trying to diagnose whether you have autism or not. They're trying to figure out what your personality type is.
Okay, cool.
If your personality type includes
Yeah, the
understanding
virus-
people, no matter whether it comes to you naturally or whether you trained it, that is part of your personality.
You rarely feel insecure, and I'm like, I don't know. So I guess that counts. Like,
So I would disagree with that. Yeah, but no, that is what I have as well, which is why I sometimes go like, I am pretty good at understanding other people's tone and like understanding what they mean by what they say, and I can understand how people feel. That comes to me naturally, but it's very difficult for me to express that myself.
you are
especially
still
in
bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Send me someone that does not click full agree on that, and I will show you a replicant. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I can
I
understand
think that question.
what people feel. I just can't understand why they feel that.
Yeah.
I
I
can
think
go,
that
oh, someone's grandstand, therefore they're sad, but I cannot look at someone and go, unless they're like actually sobbing, it would be or looking very sad or whatever. It would be very hard for me to go, oh, they are sad. I have to go, X happened,
Sam,
therefore they're probably feeling why.
On that question that you just asked about the mistakes that you made long ago, I think what the question means is that you do that constantly and for every mistake. I mean, I think it's normal that everybody does that on occasion for like that one thing TM. I think what it's asking is whether you do that for every mistake, every waking minute of your life, basically.
I don't think that's what it's asking, because no one does that. Because everyone makes mistakes literally all the fucking time.
Everybody does the other one, so it can't really be asking for that, right?
I don't know. Maybe some people are fucking monsters. I don't know.
I mean, some people do hyper.
Who's this
focus
person?
on-
all of a sudden. Hi, hello.
Hi, viewer.
I know. I was just. No, carry on.
Yeah, it's just sometimes people do hyper focus on mistakes. So it's like if you make one mistake earlier in the day, it will be with you forever the rest of the day, and you'll go back and you'll constantly reanalyze how you could have done that better, and like you'll make one mistake in a conversation, and like 3 or 4 months down the line, you'll still be like kicking yourself for how terribly that conversation went.
No, I won't be thinking about it all the time, but like occasionally I'll remember something I did when I was 12 or something. I'm like, oh god damn it, like.
Yeah.
Now here's something: you feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. They're the same thing.
How?
Because in busy, bustling atmospheres, I just go in a corner and it's nice background noise, and I pretend no one else fucking exists.
Yes.
But it's this,
Yeah,
but I
it's
really,
not quiet and it's not intimate.
but like I feel drawn, but when I was drawing my comic, I would go to restaurants to draw it, get a corner in the table, and stay there for 6 hours.
Yeah, that means you are drawn to busy, bustling atmospheres.
But I also like quiet, intimate places for the exact same fucking reason. That's why I never leave my goddamn apartment. I think that they're asking with the busy, bustling atmosphere. I think they're asking because you then engage with it. I think that's what they're asking.
There is a neutral option, right? You shouldn't choose that all of the time.
Neutral is for cowards.
If you genuinely fall in the middle,
I'm
then
gonna go
I think
slightly agree because I think neutral just means it like disregards it. I think
Neutral does not disregard. Neutral
I'll
is
disregard
actually
you.
important.
Fine, I'll make neutral.
It's a Likert test. Sam, neutral is important when you're doing a Likert test.
Yeah.
All whatever you just said because I couldn't understand it. Your test.
Sorry.
Sam.
You often feel overwhelmed. Not actually. Let's see.
You mean people don't always feel overwhelmed and on the verge of a breakdown? That's a thing.
I'm intrigued by things labeled as controversial.
Sounds
Agree.
like bullshit.
You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
You struggle with
Like,
deadlines.
I mean, you did that like a week ago.
When did I do that?
No, I mean you answered that a week ago. Sorry, I should have phrased that better. When you told Alicia about like.
Oh yeah. But don't
Yeah.
say more on stream. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You feel confident that things will work out for you. I mean, fuck it, I have to, don't I? Let's see.
I mean, no, shit can just end in hellfire and like go down in flames.
INTPA. Logician.
I mean,
No,
that's out.
INTP, same. Right.
Today I am INTJ apparently, but it's very, very like as I said on Treehouse, like the J and the P is pretty much exactly 50-50.
What's the fucking the fucking there was that one episode of the Shrieking Shack where that was labeled. It was called
INTP.
It was labeled the INTJ stare, or like the INTJ gaze.
INTP.
INTP-A. It says.
There we go.
I'm gonna fucking screen cap print screen.
So the JP thing currently on this specific test is 65% versus 44%. So, you know, it's very, very close to 50-50 for me every time I take that. So it's basically random which way it goes.
One person is watching me fail at this because it's far too amusing.
Yeah, it is very amusing to watch you fail.
You are just the worst.
But no,
yeah,
I'm still reading Soulmate.
Oh,
fanfics.
ha ha ha! You will never become bread. Guess what?
Sega.
Guess what I'm doing in real life on Saturday?
What are you doing in real life on Saturday? You're what? That was a noise that only dogs could hear. Try again, please.
Cuts out when you talk with a too high pitch, and yes, I know that's stupid, but it does that.
I'm doing crazy golf with friends.
Ah. Well.
Group of us are actually leaving our flats.
I guess Sally has friends. Who knew?
Okay, I say friends. I don't hate. So,
Yeah,
you know.
Sorry, Ellie.
The answer to that I was expecting, the fucking answer to that I was expecting was not, but I say friends. That was not the answer I was expecting.
Yeah, no, sorry, Ellie, but we'll have to kick you out of the treehouse. You're not introverted enough for that. Sorry.
It's look at, okay, I have my best friend, who's currently up in Scotland because she's a fucking traitor. That's why I love her. I have people I'm kind of close with at work who are probably classed as friends. People at work who I like, and they're probably friends as well. But like, I've got a really, it's like I have my best friend. I have kind of close. I have close friends, and so it's very, very firm boundaries, and it's very, very, very hard for me to define where someone fits in that unless their name is Betty.
They are far more cunning than they may seem.
Because I almost said Betty's name on stream, and she'd fucking murder me.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, my food is supposed to arrive sometime soon, but that means
also
I'm so sad for you.
the way these fucking Space Marines run is the funniest thing in the world. They're like blink, 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 blink. They're so cute. That's the thing about Space Marines. They're adorable. That's why I love them. They're so cute.
You are right.
Yeah. They're just stupid. adorable.
The primary reason why it's a crime that there are no female Space Marines has nothing to do with like equality or representation or inclusiveness or anything like that. It is because imagine how funny it was if like a Space Marine took off their helmet and it was like an 8-year-old girl inside. That is denied to the fucking world is a crime. Like, come on. Like when in Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, like one of the recruit level characters that you get is named Amelia, and I always promote Amelia into, I believe the class is Lord. It's the one that you're a giant walking tank of armor, because Amelia is the size of a bean, and you don't really get the impression that she grows. Like, she's not too young, she's just, that's the size she is, and the only way she could be in that suit is if she's piloting it like a mech, and that's like the best thing in the world, you know? It's like where are Samus's shoulders kind of thing, you know?
Do you have a typical phrase that the Marines tend to say?
For the Emperor!
For the Emperor!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I want. Because, like, the systems of battle are basically all, like fucking... They're all basically, like altos and tenors, essentially. They're like, for the Emperor! You know, they're very stern like that. It's like what every single dominatrix was said to sound like in, like, the fucking 60s or whatever. You know, like, that's what the systems of battle sound like. But I want, like, a super high-ranking, like, canoness or something to be, like, really fucking petite. You know, just like it has like a really high voice. Well, no, it doesn't need to be hilarious. It's just like some girls are small and they're badass. You know, it's fine. Like,
yeah,
I get it.
No, I'm just imagining the reaction of the Warhammer fandom when they see that happening. There are the people like us who are like, oh yeah, that's fine, that's awesome. And then there is that part of the Warhammer fandom where where, you know, they will go ahead and cry to everyone, and they will say that they're being invaded by the Nazis and things like that while they're doing the
main actual reason why I want them to go, hey, by the way, they've been developing this, you know, the Adeptus Mechanicus has been developing the ability for women, for biological women to be turned into Astartes all this time, and now they finally perfected it, and we're gonna release, like, you know, female Primaris Space Marines next month. The real reason I want that to happen is just because I want to see the reactions on the fucking forums. Like that's the real thing. Like I do think inclusion is a good thing, and I think it's stupid that it isn't the case. But I also don't think it's fundamentally dumb that it only works on men. Like, the reason it only works on men is because they tried to release female Space Marines back in the day and they didn't sell, so they just struck them from the fucking existence. That's a stupid reason. But like, if there is like some sort of process that only works on like AMAB, you know, like entities, that doesn't make no sense. You know, like it is like
what I'm getting here is when Sam saw the question, you enjoy watching people arguing in the mind.
I did click full agree on that, actually, yeah.
It's very amusing, especially if you don't have a horse in the race, just watching people fight.
It's like, oh my god, it's so good. Like it is just like the Warhammer thing, and just like if anyone is ever taking Warhammer seriously, they're fucking doing it wrong. So if anyone, and I know that a lot of people do, so like if you're taking Warhammer seriously, they're like, why are there girl Space Marines now? Then I'm just gonna laugh at you, and it's gonna be really goddamn funny. You know, like there's just there's no room for anything else in it.
I would be really happy if there were
I am going
Space
to
Marines,
grab my food
because
now,
my
so
friend,
see you in a bit.
See you, Jaina. My friend has just started with Warhammer, and she is amazing. But also, I would like there to be something like that for her to hook on to, because she's a great artist, but also I don't want her to only draw aliens, because that makes everyone question.
Dude, fucking Space Marines are so... I am an unapologetic Astartes fan, because they're fucking amazing. They're cute as hell. they have the dumbest weapons in the universe, and that makes it better. And they all talk like a captain of Gondor all the time, and that is so fucking amazing. Like it's like Buzz Lightyear yelling about, there will be a day when the strength of men fail, but this is not that day. This day we fight. It's like it's so good.
What is your will?
What is your will? Oh, servitors. Servitors are so good.
What is your will?
Are you still there?
What is your will?
I don't know why I did that. That was a dumb place to put that. Can you rotate shit in this? I don't think you can.
I'm making a huge success.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a keyboard for it.
What's the button?
I can't remember.
Well,
I mean,
fuck
it's
you.
only a minute ago.
Let me see.
Wait,
Options.
where did Matt join?
That doesn't
I've been here
show.
for like half an hour. Jesus.
Sorry, I'm too busy filling out golf to pay attention.
Yeah, look it up.
Jesus.
It's
But
right.
everything's
I was
about
going like 30
you.
seconds ago.
But everything's about you, Matt. Honestly.
Well, obviously it's not, given you don't even pay any attention to my existence. I'd be offended if you weren't
Wait,
Scottish.
what I interrupted with you on your server earlier today?
What?
Could have sworn I was. I know it's definitely harassing Lyrical. Could have sworn I got a bit of harassing you in
Yep.
there.
Let me
No,
guess.
I think
Let
it's
me
all
guess,
lyrical.
Matt. Let me guess, Matt. You would be more offended if you hadn't been lying and you'd been here for more than 2 minutes.
Oh, it turns out that
I would be- I
no,
would
you
be
cannot,
ignoring
Matt.
them without me paying much attention.
You're probably thinking of 3 or something, because you cannot do that in this game.
Oh, shame.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean,
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
he who stands with me shall be my brother.
Listening to Sam really voice act.
It's
all
so
the
good.
lines.
It's so good. They're all so good. It's like, why? Like
the
what?
Nigerians
Ali.
still the best for me.
Oh God!
Yes.
I ordered from the place that gave me the green buns last time.
Oh yeah.
Now it's red.
Okay?
Yeah, I don't know
Excuse
why.
me. Can you
like,
can you repeat? Can you repeat what was green and is now red?
Yes, most beneficent one.
literally the buns for my burger.
Okay, so I did hear that correctly. Okay, carry
Yeah.
on.
Yes,
Yeah, no,
beneficent one.
like it sometimes does just colored buns for some reason. It's in general.
Sure.
Yeah.
Come on! That...
And like it's a vegan place, so I could understand if they just made them all green. But why red?
Blood of the innocent cows who were not...
Isn't red pretty big in colour? Literally because it's red for blood.
I don't know.
I mean...
Like, there's
yeah.
a lot of red flowers and all sorts used by vegan activists.
It's like
Yeah,
red
I
paint
just know
because
that-
it's like cow's blood being mindlessly slaughtered for milk, blah 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 blah.
They're not
And
Honestly,
you know
Jaina,
that
that
they
like-
crush bees to make honey, blah 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 blah.
Honestly, Jaina, that just looks like they accidentally made your burger in a donut. You know.
Yeah, no,
how
I
is
got
that possible?
I got recommended this place by a friend of mine who said like, yeah, this is a really good place, and I was like, sure, I'll give it a try. It's really, really good. Second best burger.
You usually stay calm when under a lot of even under a lot of pressure.
Open mind is
Me?
like a fortress
Calm?
with its gates
Me?
unbarred and unguarded.
Never.
Alright, I'm going to mute up because I'm going to be eating.
Enjoy. Actually, that's them.
Could have made it bigger.
You're very sentimental. Me and my 1001 Months would agree. I like using lists and schedules, but I never stick to them. So, like, is that a yes or a no? Yeah.
Shall not falter.
Neutral.
Space Marines,
Even a
advance.
small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall
My aim shall
abilities and
not
knowledge.
falter.
Yes.
Together to
Ew, gross
victory.
conversation. Discussion shit's fun.
Marine squad praise the Emperor.
Yeah.
At your command. We're here. Charge. Let them have
So
it.
Sam, you know who Sophie Henderson, formerly Sophie Aldred, is, right?
No, what?
Let them have it.
Do you know who Sophie Aldred is?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Should
Let
I?
me show
My
you.
faith is
Yes,
my shield.
let me
Oh.
show you a picture.
Follow me into battle. There is no such thing as innocence.
Come on.
Only degrees of
I mean,
guilt.
here, this picture might help.
Taking heavy fire. There is no such thing as innocence.
Look at general text.
Hold up.
I will destroy
Okay,
their
before
minds.
people started yelling at me that what I did was art, I would say I was not an autistic person. So, slight disagree. Oh my god, yes. Disagree. I should do my chores, but I really cannot be fucked. I enjoy watching
So
people argue. Fuck yes. I've drawing attention to myself. Lose
So do you
patience
rec-
with people.
I do not know who that person is.
Yes.
She's the actor who played Ace.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. I do.
yeah.
I do know who Ace is. Yeah.
Yes,
I've only seen like the one episode with Ace in it, but yeah.
This is what Facebook just did to me. The thing at the very top reads, "People you might know." It's the thing that Facebook sends you where it
Ah,
tells
yeah.
you who's better as friends, and I'm like, no, Facebook, I'm not adding Sophie Aldred as a friend out of nowhere. The fuck are you doing?
Reporting,
Yeah.
sir.
Sam ended up in there as well, by the way, at some point. Like,
Of
okay,
course.
Facebook. Thanks.
Yeah. That hasn't happened. That didn't happen to me. But like, I haven't been on like Facebook in ages. I mainly just use Messenger.
Yeah, like I have to occasionally look at Facebook because the fan club of that one band that I kind of follow around is on Facebook, and considering that I'm one of the two admins of that fan club, it's kind of necessary to look at that occasionally. And yeah, on those occasions, it sometimes goes like, "Here is Sophie Aldred. You have 11 mutual friends. Don't you want to add her?" Like, not particularly. Like, I don't have anything against her,
Today
but
the
we
enemy
talked for
shall
maybe
know
like
fear.
15 minutes. I don't particularly want to add her as a friend. No,
Hide
thanks,
it
Facebook.
well. Claim it in the name of the Emperor.
I feel insecure.
Let's make up more servitors.
License slanders. You avoid making phone calls. Fuck yes.
That. Here to serve.
Nope, because what if I bother them? Like, yes. Yes.
The Emperor protects. Charge.
I don't do that because I'd have a fucking crisis.
What is your will?
Yes, most beneficent
This servitor is full on like the Acno like robo voice, like 100%. Just Acno, just say what is your will in like the most robo voice that you have.
Mm-hmm. What is your will?
Yep, that's exactly. There we go.
For the Emperor.
Take care not to make it
Position on the objective.
Okay, servitors. Another listening post.
Marine squad deployed.
Build routine 721 initiated.
And
But that
listening
was
post.
my attempt at a good robot voice.
Indeed.
A bad robot voice is, what is your will?
Are you still there?
Are you still there?
You also need to make awkward pauses because usually a robotic voice will use a voice bank, which will have either individual words or phrases, but usually not have individual phonemes because it's just way too complicated to make up the phrases that a robot says out of individual phonemes. But if it doesn't have individual phonemes, it will always have some kind of wrong inflection on the individual words or the wrong kind of pauses or whatever. So yeah.
Oh, welcome to your death.
At one point, I had access to
Edinburgh will leave in 15 minutes from platform 4. Like that.
The next train leaving from platform 5 is the 1624 West Midlands Railway service to Aberdeen. Calling
Although that
Aberdeen.
is a mild.
Old guardsman. Where the fuck did my goddamn Astartes go to?
I love that.
Defend the shit!
Aberdeen and then Lookers.
That is even still a mild example what you did, Ali. Like that is something
that's
that
train announcement.
over.
That's
That is a very mild example, but like if you have an actual robot voice do it with just bits and pieces of phrases thrown together, that'll come out very weird.
It's what is very. So for
No,
a
they
while
got him.
I had access to the software called Right. Don't have access to anyone but I did. And in the voice banks they had 2 Scottish ones. Oh my fucking god, did I suddenly not hate text to speech? Almost like I hated the grating robotic American voices that are overly cheerful.
They are fucking with me. Okay.
Of course they're fucking with you. Why? Who wouldn't fuck with you?
I wouldn't fuck with him.
Hey, Francis!
Hey, Francis, this time I'm actually playing 40k.
Is it Dawn of War 2?
It's Dawn of War 1.
Ali, I just saw your message in bedroom and I think it's the best thing ever.
It's fucking bullshit! I will close it up now. Reopen it and guess where I am!
I love my Discord is like, I know you're angry, but are you quite sure you aren't horny? I know you wanted to go to the end, but here is the bedroom. I know, you tried to go to this notification I sent you, but have you looked at the bedroom?
Legit! My friend sent me something. I clicked in the notification to respond. And it took me to the fucking bedroom. And I'm like... I sent the gift because I thought I was in my mate's DMs. No! No, I wasn't. Would have been madly appropriate.
Destroy their shit, Astartes!
Because it was something where I would have just done a double take out. But I would have responded with that gift, so it would have been a... Interesting, alright.
Alright, the Umi's at the wall. Whoa. You know.
Wagh!
Oh, right, alright. Bad English accent.
You need a go.
No, we're gonna run the fuck away with that.
What Imperial Guard are made of. At your command.
And about killing the Umis.
You feel confident that things will work out for you? Fuck no. Other. Bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle of water. Bottle of water, God, bottle of water.
Yeah, see that? Just push.
Bottle of water.
I await
You
your...
do have to be careful though. There are some orcs painted purple.
Oh, god damn it! Fuck!
Orcs are around.
Fuck!
Oh no, they're
For those who don't know, purple orcs are the stealthiest orcs.
They're really
purple is the stealthiest color.
Yeah, because have you ever
Because
seen a
no
purple orc?
one has ever seen a purple orc.
Yeah.
40k is the greatest franchise in fucking existence.
I disagree, but I do like the orcs.
Yeah.
The orcs are very, very fun. It's a nice breather from the rest of it. And also the Tau. The Tau and the orcs are like nice breathers to be like, okay, gotta get a little less complicated.
I don't engage in 40k for breathers though. That's not why. You know, that's not.
I engage in 40k for breathers though.
I mean,
Hey.
you're valid, but I want it to be as horrible as possible.
Hey, analyzing the politics of Guevesa that still honor and worship the Emperor, but not in a way that is destructive to the greater good. Very interesting stuff. Not as horrible as
the greater good.
Yeah, the greater good of the Tau. Not nearly as horrifying as like, yeah, we're the Imperium and glass or exterminatus rather. And just, it's like, cool. Right?
I mean, exterminatus and glass is exactly the same fucking thing, but yeah.
They're not the same thing, and they're both exceedingly rare. Yes, I know. But, you know, it's the meme of it, you know? That the Inquisition, as soon as they smell one little presence of chaos, they're like, this place gotta go. We're having a clearing out sale.
Yes,
and you are on the fucking marketplace, buddy.
Your butt is on reduced sale.
No, it wasn't. Not a cover of 500 miles. I'm gonna be a completely different song altogether. Why the fuck why is there so many songs that involve 500 miles? That's bullshit.
Hey, would walk 500 miles.
Okay. You cannot shit on the Proclaimers. You are shitting on the Proclaimers.
I'm not shitting on the Proclaimers. That is a CD quality recreation of the song 500 Miles by the Proclaimers.
Gabriel, the Proclaimers are from Edinburgh. They're from fucking Leeds. You ain't shitting on them.
I'm not. I was giving you a faithful recreation of the song. Yes?
No seriousness. I will fucking stab you.
I do have to say something though. The Proclaimers will love you for 500 miles, but Vanessa Carlton will love you for 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
I will walk 500 miles at your door. I'm walking 1,000 miles. I don't know
Making my way downtown.
I don't know what song you're listening to. That's by the Proclaimers 500 miles, but in the Proclaimers version, they do say I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be in a man who walked 1,000 miles.
Well, Vanessa Carlton didn't have to do that weird addition.
I would walk 500 miles because I really super need to get in shape, though, so, you know.
500 miles is a lot of distance, Sam. You don't... You're good. You're fine.
I mean, Sam did not specify a time frame. I'm sure Sam can walk 500 miles.
I probably have, yeah, like, yeah.
In my entire life, I for sure walked 500 miles.
Yeah. It is not that
I walked to school uphill both ways.
Hey, that's
yeah.
me.
In the snow every season.
Well, yeah, it was Scotland. What do you expect? It's only snow in winter, honestly.
Honestly, there's even snow in summer here sometimes. I'm in Sweden.
Yeah.
Is that the military tag?
This day shall
Excuse
be a
me, what?
glorious one for
This day shall be a glorious one.
I'm making a map, and it's using a free like generator thing. I know, very shitty. I don't have
whatever.
This
Yeah.
is for an idea. Yeah, it's whatever. It's just getting ideas onto screen, and there's a bunch of like layers to it that you can have, like population, temperature, precipitation, height maps, biomes. It's really in-depth, and I like it. But some things I just don't understand what the hell it's showing.
One of them is military.
Yes, one of them is military. Although I have those turned off and I've deleted them, so I don't know what this thing is.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Sleep well.
Well,
it's not the culture map.
And if the apocalypse comes,
Oh my god, power
good luck.
fists.
in entirely unrelated news from the festival that I went to over the weekend, I brought home raspberries and strawberries in dark and white chocolate.
Nice.
That seems directly related to actually. I disagree.
Bolters.
Okay, right. Link them. Go on then, Matt. Link them.
Link them.
I
Okay,
don't know
easy.
what this thing
Once the
is.
apocalypse has happened, we're not going to be able to eat them anymore.
Good. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Also, what the odds are if I head back to your server, Lyrical's going to be active?
Lyrical does not sleep.
I know.
Does not sleep. If you ping him, he'll be immediately there. But don't ping him, because he might be on the verge of considering sleep. Maybe.
Yeah. I was like, oh joy, he went offline. 5 seconds later, he was back. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Isn't it like 4 a.m. for him?
Yeah.
It,
He didn't get a placement for his teacher training, so he's literally doing nothing right now. So he's got no reason to get up at a regular hour. So his sleep schedule is like all over the place.
thing
Yeah,
is,
I know.
that
But like,
fucks with your health.
he's
So, like,
usually one of the responsible ones, TM. You know?
Lyrical,
like-
responsible with the sleep schedule. Fuck no.
Not with his sleep schedule. With everything else, maybe.
I don't think he's ever gone to bed at a reasonable time ever since before I joined the server. Let's be real.
Build routine 721.
It's half the interactions I have with him right now are Lyrical, what time is it where you are? Is that it? And then followed by go the fuck to bed. And then he goes fuck no. And then go and then I tell him
Yes, my lord.
rinse repeat. It's very amusing.
Initiating attack protocol 23. Charge. Engaging the enemy.
God, I have a lot of fucking Marines.
Fear. Objective lost.
Oh wait, I haven't taken that one yet. Okay, let's do that one. Let's leave you guys in cover.
It's quite easy. Dawn of War 1.
Yeah, but it's fun though.
Yes.
It is, I don't mean it's fun, but like, there's not really a challenge.
Shut up!
It's
I'm having fun.
I hope they orbital strike you.
Yes.
You know, it would be fun playing Ready or Not. Ready or Not's hard.
My faith is my shield.
Does anyone here know the game SWAT 4?
Yeah. I haven't played it, but I know it.
Ready
How
or Not
do
is
I
basically,
get...
Ready or Not is basically the spiritual successor of that. It's really cool and fun, but also very hard. And it has some bullshit to it. It has some definite
Stands
bullshit.
with me shall be my brother.
For example, when arresting
Here to
subjects,
serve.
if you get close to them, some of them will pull out a knife and just stab you.
Ha!
And you have to react quick enough, or else you're gonna get stabbed. And I don't know if anyone else knows this, but standard body armor sucks at stopping knife attacks.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just not made for it. So, it is not an uncommon thing to just do your thing and then get stabbed and be like, well, I'm dead. I'm gonna sit around for 10 minutes while my partner fucking finishes the fucking rest of the level. And then they get stabbed too, because nobody can watch them while they're doing stuff. It's great.
Squad morale restored. Fire.
Yes, Lord. With all due
We
haste.
stand ready. Commencing attack. For the glory of the Imperium.
Oh shit! There's a fucking dreadnought. Oh fuck!
Emperor be praised. The machine cult is
Sam,
still
whenever
intact.
the game
We
calms
must get
down
the
enough that you
servitor
have a
finish
moment
its
to look at general
construction
text,
immediately.
tell me whether the picture that I posted is too political to read it out on stream.
Okay, give me a second.
Yes, Lord.
Too
Yes,
political.
It's just on YouTube.
Command me. Identifying targets.
Okay.
I
No fucking no. Hang on, let me see.
only heard half of that. Sorry.
It was mostly bullshit. Hang on. Go for it.
Fun fact. You can create your own personal walker quotes by placing a speak and spell into a microwave.
Oh, that's the thing.
I don't know who that is, so whatever.
Not saying that Herschel Walker, Not saying that Herschel Walker is exempt from being made fun of, but that's a little mean considering how he got his.
I don't know who Herschel Walker is, so
He was a football player.
It is better to die for the Emperor than
And he is running for, I believe, Congress in one way or another. Very conservative.
Oh, I might have vaguely heard about this. Yeah.
His son is the very, very annoying guy who's gay, but is like very homophobic about it.
Wait, Milo Yiannopoulos? That guy?
No. The other one.
Okay.
Yes.
Like yeah, like what I just said was true, but yeah, like yeah.
Different person.
Yeah.
Different, very homophobic gay person. That's his son. You may have seen some of his videos before, but not realized who it was. But yeah, that's his son. Same kind of vibe from the father, if not worse vibes, to be quite honest.
Yeah, probably worse vibes because the father isn't gay. So.
Yes. And loves Donald Trump. Loves him to death.
I mean, hell yeah, who doesn't?
I'm Gabriel.
Anyway.
Yes?
I'm good to fucking stab you.
Okay.
The revered dreadnoughts
Why are there
standing
two
by.
provinces named
Build
Wild
them at the machine
or
cult.
Wield? Why? I need to change that.
I mean, to be honest, it's pretty accurate to reality. You
I mean,
have
how
like
many rivers in the UK are called
you have
Avon?
like 5 rivers named river, but in French in the UK alone.
But they're entire. Whatever the fuck. I'm just gonna. I'll change.
It's kind of common in reality for things to have the same name, even though they're in different locations.
But they're not even in the country that is named Wield.
Ah, you said
Why are you
cunt.
there?
No, they didn't.
Yes?
You're a cunt.
I know. I know.
It's
so
that's
sad
not
I
news
wasn't.
to him.
long for this day.
That's not news to him. Never has been.
Yeah, there's a very helpful Scottish lassie that reminds me of this.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Not a lassie.
Not a lassie.
I mean, I don't know what you'd use, because I'm definitely not a laddie.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you use she, her, so I don't know what, I don't know if that extends to the lad last thing, you know.
Yeah, I'm more of a they them right now.
Yeah.
Sam.
A Vassie.
Sam, can I give you a bit of advice? Like,
Oh, sure.
judgment-free advice.
I
Maybe
love advice.
Maybe just use they them plurality. That might make it easier to think of it. Like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, possibly.
It's fine. It's just currently I've had to like.
Sam, here's the thing.
Yep.
There is one gender-neutral term that always works. It has never failed.
Comrade, yeah.
Hey, fucker.
Comrade.
Tovarish, yeah.
No, not Tovarish. That's Russian.
Ah, yes.
Tovarish.
Not everyone has a Russian gender, yeah.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Also, remember, what am I saying to remember? Also remember that if to refer to multiple Tovarish, you use Tovarishi, not Tovarish.
Ah.
Particularly in the current climate, I'm not sure most people want a Russian gender or a Russian.
Yeah,
identity,
right.
to be honest.
Which I don't get. Russian identity is not political. Well, I mean, never mind. It's
The fucking the speed with which you were like like it was very rapid.
The connotations.
The Russian identity. It sucks what it's going through right now.
Well, no, look, we can only worship for the presence of Dr. Livesey, who is currently like rehabilitating the Russian identity on the internet right now with his amazing Chad walk.
Yes, which I think I posted it in Sunrise Parabellum, maybe not. But Harry Dubois is animated in that style, walking like that. Which is weird, that of all the Russian animated films,
I mean,
that's the one that gets like, oh yeah, that's the one that gets it.
The weirdest thing is how it's actually pronounced Du Bois, but you said Dubois.
You're really funny.
I'm fucking
Well,
hilarious.
He is, isn't he?
The really funny thing is that Sam thinks he's making a joke, but
Yeah.
actually he could be right depending on what language it's from, you know?
Okay, but like...
I don't think anyone doesn't know that that's French, though, so, like, you know.
Disco Elysium is a very French game.
Yeah.
It's enamored with French.
It's also
With France?
casually very
With the-
Dutch. It is like half of it is very French and the other half of it is very Dutch.
And the message of the Dutch
There is
people is,
Belgian!
trust Dutch people. Don't trust them. It's just
There's
very...
Belgian then.
Yeah, like Jada. Jada, I don't fucking trust Jada. I'll say that much right now.
Let's not. Let's not say that a combination of French and Dutch is Belgian. That's not what happens. The parts that we don't want are combined into being Belgian.
Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all the people with Dutch names in Disco Elysium are not villains, but like morally dubious people at best.
Yeah, sure. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
Remind me, I keep forgetting the name of the dude at the end. You know who who was added to the like special unit of Harry's, who's like a journalist or something, and who's standing at the mural.
Trent Heidelstein.
Yeah, I would say he is really morally dubious.
Is he morally dubious?
I wouldn't say
No.
so.
That person is not morally dubious.
How is this written?
Well, I wouldn't know because he's never played
No
the
one
game.
is morally dubious.
Everyone in
although
this police
Trent Heidelstein, did you say?
Yeah, Heidelstein.
In that case, technically his name is more German than Dutch, so maybe
Yeah,
that's
I
why.
was gonna say, it sounds more German than Dutch, so he gets a very, very thin text. Thin. You're on thin fucking ice, Trent. If I so much as hear one fucking clog out of you, you're off the floor. One little clog step and that's it.
Oh, by the way, at the festival I was at, there were people genuinely wearing wooden shoes. Like, it is a medieval festival, first of all. Like, it is a medieval fantasy festival, and this year was a rock and metal edition.
Tomatoes or bell peppers are nothing.
No, listen. Also, it was raining the entire fucking weekend, and you camp on literally a hill or next to a river. While it was raining the entire time, there is grass that is about knee height when you arrive, and that will be very wet because it's raining the entire time. And so some people just decided, even without wearing any other kind of medieval clothing, to just wear wooden shoes because there is no water coming through wooden shoes. If you wear wooden shoes, the water stays out of your shoes.
I mean, wood is super waterproof, yeah. So that checks out.
It is better to die for the Emperor.
Like water cannot
There's a
damage
reason
wood. That's
we
that's
used
the thing.
Okay, Sam, listen. I know
Yeah.
you're making a bit,
Yeah.
but that's only half.
But like, there is a really good reason that we use
Why
those.
would you give him bits? You see what happens when you give him bits? Don't let him have any.
I can insult him. If he didn't give him a bit, I can't insult him because he hasn't done that.
We can do it without the bits.
True. What? It's bounce out.
Yeah, because you shot it way too high.
Yes,
Disgusting.
too much velocity.
You're asking me.
You're a bitch and I love you.
The one who ends a soulmate, the first chapter of a soulmate fake with, and non-reciprocal soulmate marks usually result in a tragedy, a one-sided tragedy, and then leaves it off without letting anyone know whether or not the other has a soulmate mark. She doesn't.
I'll trage your Jadee.
Sam,
Sam's on a
Yeah.
This is why we don't let him have bits.
We have discussed this. This was made clear.
I seriously thought he had improved. This is entirely on me. I am so sorry, Francis.
Did you not get the packet? I thought we sent them out last week. Don't let us see that.
I was in the Highlands!
Like this.
Look, if you sent it to either of my addresses, I wouldn't have got it because I was in the fucking Highlands. Honestly.
Well, fucking get into the lowlands and get your fucking package.
I'm not in the lowlands until Sunday. Currently in England.
The Badlands.
Remind us to make jokes about the Highlands as soon as you go back to Scotland. Then.
I'm gonna be in the lowlands because that's where Edinburgh
Is anyone in the business for Star Kid spoilers? I mean, not
Yeah!
really spoilers, but publicly, but
let's hear it.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have not been keeping up with it at all.
Okay, do you want to not know, or do you not care, Francis?
I don't care.
We are the Emperor's
Okay,
chosen.
I'm just gonna read it out. It's an Instagram post. We're pregnant. Introducing Space Baby. Say what? Space Baby follows the intergalactic adventures of a timeless telepathic tot on a quest to discover the origins of existence itself. Created and produced by Kurt Mega and Vale Beatty, each anthology episode of Space Baby will feature the work of a diverse array of artists, from writers and directors to animators and composers, all forming the programming that our titular intergalactic infant is capitalized, so I'm assuming that might be the subtitle thingy, will consume in its endless quest to unlock the mysteries of the universe. It's Sesame Street meets David Lynch. Yeah, it's gonna get weird.
That sounds fucking
What it's
fantastic.
basically, is it Starkid Yuki crossover?
Yeah! Hell yeah, motherfucker!
What was that, Matt?
Matt said it's a Star Kid Yuki crossover.
Yeah. Could we try to leave Yuki out of content that is about a literal baby? Could we try to
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. As things go, that's fair.
That's fair.
Fair enough. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Hope is the first step on the road to
But yeah, that is the third project where the kind of emoji quiz thingy resulted in something anthology play reading podcast. So yeah, Space Baby.
Oh, by the way, Sam, I was reminded that I should not listen to you because it almost halves my writing speed.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And
you know,
people
you
I
should
do
write.
sprints with.
Oh god
dislike.
damn it! I never took a look at your fucking thing. Fuck, I'll do that today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm currently busy with a entirely different project because there was a prompt exchange.
Ah.
So, yeah. And that's why I've been reading so many soulmate AUs, because one of the things that the gifter, or well, the one I'm going to make a gift for, likes is soulmate AUs. So. Gifty, yeah, I don't know.
There'll be terms out there somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah, I can thank/curse them for my current obsession with
Par. I am a genius.
with soulmate AUs.
Carry a big gun.
4K. Time.
Forsooth, my good man.
Okay, that was homophobic. Also, fuck
What?
it, I'm taking a leaf out. I failed at this. Thought it was peak homophobia because I was bad at it. Anyway, complete derailment. I am taking a leaf out of the clicks books because I have no fucking standards. Lasso is the appropriate term. Not lad, not lass, lasso.
Lasso's great.
I was going to suggest Lad D. I kind of like.
Or Lax, I don't know.
I mean,
or Ladsy was the other
if you
alternative.
want
which
to
kind of
be
terrible.
Lax just sounds like a short form of laxative.
Yeah, but I
I'm not sure
wasn't.
that
We don't need to know. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that one because. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see.
I just have a question though. This is not an insult to your intelligence. I just know that there's some differences between American English and British English. British English. Are you aware of the American English word lasso?
As in a lasso.
Oh my
No.
god, don't say it, lasso! Oh my, that is the worst! That is the worst! We will say fucking lasso!
No, hold on. Are
That's
you
so
aware
bad!
You think lasso is better, Sam?
The
You
verb
genuinely
and
think
noun
lasso is
lasso.
better?
Are you aware of the thing called that we in the States call a lasso?
Lasso?
Is it the thing that you use on cows?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
Yes.
used to call that a dick,
Okay.
but yeah.
Mostly used on people.
Okay, just
Yeah,
making
we
sure
use
that you
it to round
understand.
up English people.
I'm just making sure that you
Yeah.
understand that.
And also in
For
the
me,
UK,
it was
it's
like-
pronounced lasso. In the UK, the word is
It is.
pronounced lasso.
Just wrong because there's only one O, but you know.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
pronounced as lasso in the UK, so therefore the words will not get confused in the UK.
But
The
fair, but
the word in Dutch, if we go with there is only one O, it would be pronounced lasso.
This is why we don't listen to the Dutch.
Yeah.
Dat vind ik helemaal geen probleem.
Yeah, that.
you fucking Dutch in your schwas, just letting words fall out of your mouth. Get a real language.
I love how I can actually
Bitch,
understand that. Like,
every
I
verb
cannot
except the verb with emphasis has a schwa in English.
like,
Wrong.
yeah.
Wrong.
I mean, no, actually,
No.
pretty much any vowel in English is reduced to a schwa. That is actually true. Like,
Mhm.
very,
Yeah,
very few
that's
vowels
literally
are
the first thing we learned in
Yeah,
writing
yeah.
IPA English.
100% it can be, yeah.
Knock it off, all of
Okay,
yous.
but like,
Please
shut up.
move it out.
Don't fucking throw my words back at me. Only I can do that. to
Francis,
you.
like, I didn't come here to be insulted, alright? Like,
I came here to dominate like the American I am.
absolutely. As is my birthright.
To warlord.
Also, Jaina, tell the chat what a bike is called in Dutch.
Fiets, Opsluit,
What is a motorcycle called in Dutch?
motorfiets.
Okay, but not that version of the word, because there is a different one.
Oh, brommer?
Yeah. You can literally have feet in the brom feet, because a brom feet is a feet that makes brom, you know?
Yeah, it makes brom, which is like the Dutch version of Zoom. It's the onomatopoeia for...
Are you sure that Dutch version of
It's literally like a motorbike is a bike that goes zoom, so it's a brom feet, you know?
Yeah.
Well, motorbikes make a vroom sound, so you sure it's not vroom?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not the Dutch version of vroom?
Yeah,
Like, they say remote
it's
bike
vroom
driving.
then, but like,
Yeah.
it,
Like,
the
remote bike
onomatopoeias
driving,
are
that's
interchangeable in Dutch. So,
Yeah.
But they're not in English, because we got zoom and it's vroom.
Yeah, but we're talking about Dutch.
And Dutch
Yeah.
is wrong! Jaina, your language is wrong!
And they have moved
I know,
into
but it is
attack with a
funny.
speed I have rarely seen a military force
I mean,
capable
But
of
your language
achieving.
is wrong.
I think it's very funny
I've
that
read
back and
reports
forth
of
in
all clans who
some
focus on
varieties of
fast
German is like
strikes,
Ruck and Zuck.
but I did
That's
not
fun.
realize they could
You know, they're
be so
I'm
coordinated.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Something
Look, Zuck, you mean? Look, Zuck?
whatever.
known
Do you mean
Same
Rockstop?
or instinct.
Look,
Do you mean
Zuck, yeah.
Rockstop? Because that is not back and forth, that is quickly, like, that-
I learned that from KMFDM. How Rook! Rook, Zuck! Yeah.
Our scouts are reporting a
Okay,
force
I am
massing 50
having way
kilometers
too
from
much
a
fun
city
with the
that
dunk
dwarfs the
with
group
dunk.
that attacked Magna Bonum.
Yeah.
So
It's like
fucking
kind
stupid.
it's like
From
kind of
civilians
similar
speak of a
to
mighty orc
I don't know.
who
I get
leads them.
I guess ASAP
Bigger.
is kind of
So
similar in
okay,
English.
so like how Rook can be translated to heave ho.
Far behind.
That's how I learned it. And then
Yeah.
Rook Zook is like, let's do it. But you know,
Quickly.
it's that. It's like
I mean, you can really use it as let's do it. It's more
right,
really
but
like,
it's yeah.
if you go like
Well, heave ho means back and
he does it so then you mean he's doing it very quickly.
Heave ho does not mean back and forth. Heave and ho means pull on the thing or push on the thing,
Yeah,
but not like
heave ho
not
means
not
it's
like
it's a
alternately.
movement. Heave-ho is rhythm for your movement. It's not a back and forth. The
Yeah.
movement could be
Yeah.
a back and forth.
Heave ho! Heave ho! You know, when you're doing a barn raising or whatever.
It's
Yeah.
apparently I got
Man,
that
you
one.
really are from Texas.
Fuck you!
Look at it,
Fuck you, Francis.
Don't be a cunt, Sam.
No,
I'm from
I'll fuck who I
Hold
want.
on, I'm from the north, like the rural north. I get it.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
it's
No. Yeah. Yeah.
just
No. For
understood.
Francis, it's a thing. Yeah. It is his. It is their insult to make. It is their insult to make. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm significantly more rural than Sam.
Oh,
at the
without
moment.
question.
Oh,
I grew up in a. I grew up
Your
in
dad
a.
is your dad is solidly middle class.
Yeah. Like I grew up in a small Texas city, which is, you know, like,
What was
yeah,
the population of the city?
like 100,000.
Alright.
Yeah.
I grew up in a pretty big town.
I grew up in a
30,000.
suburb, in a fucking suburb. So yeah, like.
I grew up in a very big town.
3,000. That was
30,000.
I grew up in the city of 600,000. Sorry, 500,000, which is now the second biggest city in the country.
right. It's my joke to call Sam a hick.
Yeah,
like,
that is entirely yeah. Francis is more hick than absolutely yeah.
See, I was just calling Sam a cunt because he was making noises.
Ohio is this like little slot in America that's like where like all of the most fucking hicks go.
The most reprehensible of all groups coming together. That's Ohio.
Yeah, and also but none of them can pronounce the letter L for some reason.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
You don't do it, but very often, Ohioans will say, to pronounce the word shoulders, they'll say shoulders. They'll say that. I found this.
I've never noticed that.
Maybe it's only with older ones or something.
It's probably older ones or central Ohioans who are more urban.
Could be, yeah.
Sorry, I mean like urbanized. How do I? That's not. Accent is. God damn it! That's not. As soon as I fucking said it, I was like, hold on a second. I sound like the GOP. Give me a second. From accents that have endured the test of time and have not been affected by TV culture,
There you
those
go,
most
there you
often
go, yeah.
being accents from urban centers. That's what I meant to say. That's what I mean when I say that.
I know exactly what you mean.
Socially reinforced accents.
Yes.
Those ones didn't work.
That one, yeah.
Like calling chocolate sauce dope. That is not a thing in the Northwest or Southeast, because like that's just, it was never reinforced there. TV culture and the mono culture of America kind of washed it away. But in places like the Southwest or the Northeast or the Central, you get some older people saying dope. That's what I meant when I said that. I didn't.
It's what I find
So much prevarication. I love, like, the sheer weight of hedging and prevarication there is amazing.
What I find interesting is Scots is a lot more prevalent in farming communities than in.
You mean farming?
Nah, I mean farming.
I
I'm
know.
not a fucking cunt. Like Judy. But as I was saying, it's a lot, thicker Scots accents are a lot more prevalent in farming communities, because that was the language of the farmers, like, 'cause they were speaking Scots to each other all the fucking time, and now they sound a lot more, now it's English, but it's still very, very heavily Scots influenced. For example, if you listen to early Sheep's Game videos, his accent was really thick when he started. He's dialed it back. Same with, what's the guy's name? The Hoof GP, again, very clearly dialed the accent back over time. It's not obvious to non-native speakers, but like, you can hear that the accent was dialed back, especially if when they're just chatting to a mate or something off camera,
Right, for sure.
You will
And
hear their normal accent, which I prefer because I can fucking understand that shit, and I
will
missed it.
will also say, in regards to Ohioan accents, there are some like different sources for certain Ohioan accents. For instance, for that central Ohioan, southwestern, northeastern, that comes from an earlier wave of southern immigration into the north that morphed and changed over time into what it is today. But then later southern immigrations into the northwest and southeast, that changed it to closer to what you would see as like an Appalachian or a Midwest, like Midland Southerner accent in America.
See, when you say Midlands, all I think of is a fucking
I-
English Midlands.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
I mean,
I know
like
what you mean.
Kansas,
I know what you mean,
Nebraska,
America.
Arkansas.
But
you know.
it's. I live in the fucking Midlands, mate.
Oh, for sure.
Right. That's what I think of.
Ali,
I
what's
get
the Midlands? What's the Midlands for you?
I don't know, anywhere south of the Lake District and north of London. Somewhere in between there is an actual defined barrier,
Okay,
but
so
I
it
don't
is just
fucking
like
know
the
because I'm
void.
Scottish.
It is just like the
England-
void between the north and London.
Yeah. You get it.
Yeah, I'm just curious because obviously, like for me, the north is like the M25 and above.
Where the
The
fuck is
Midlands,
the
the
M? Isn't
Midlands and the
that
north are
around
like the same
London?
thing.
Where the fuck's the M25 when it's at home? Is that the
It
one
goes
around
around
London?
London. It's the
Wait, just say,
London.
is that the one around London? You're so fucking British, Matt. But you don't drink tea. You're so fucking
I do not
British,
drink
but you
tea.
don't drink tea.
How
the
do you
fuck
drink? How do you Brits drink your tea?
Not microwaved.
Who the fuck uses a microwave to boil water?
If you're gonna say Americans, that's false. We don't.
Yeah, Americans
do
got
not
taps
do
on the
that.
water.
We
you
do not do
have
that.
Kettles? Do you have
Generally, no.
kettles? Why the fuck do you not have
No.
kettles?
No, hold on.
Why
I-
do you not have kettles?
Allie, please.
Buy a kettle.
Allie,
This is a hate
please.
crime. Buy a fucking kettle. It's a
I
hate
have
crime.
an electric kettle, and I use my electric kettle all the time.
Yeah.
However, it is not a commonplace in America just because it has been marketed for that. First of all, America isn't big into tea drinking unless it is iced tea, and even then people would
Fuck
rather...
is iced tea when it's at home? Why the fuck are you sticking ice in your tea?
Hold on.
It's like nothing
Hold
like tea, basically.
Hold
If
on,
you take
hold
tea
on,
and just ruin
hold on.
everything about it, that's iced tea.
Right.
Let me
Okay,
talk
that
about
makes
it.
sense.
Let me explain.
No!
Let me explain America to you. Let me explain to you. So...
I mean, you tried to make tea by throwing it in salt water.
No,
I really think you know how to make tea.
Fucking taste. Honestly.
It was all just a big misunderstanding. They genuinely thought that was how you made it.
This thing that I know all about.
Okay, so a lot of people don't drink tea to begin with. They don't drink hot tea. And if they do drink hot tea, then yeah, they will have electric kettles most often, but that is a vast minority of people.
But you boil water in the kettle before adding it to the pot on the stove for it.
Allie, let me explain the sociological elements of American tea culture and the lack thereof. Americans generally do not have electric kettles because if they do make iced tea, they're going to make it in one of a few ways. They're either going to use their old ass kettles from way back in the day when their grandparents put it on the stove, because that's the only time they're ever going to use it, or they're going to buy pre-made iced tea. Those are the two main avenues of tea acquisition.
That's a hate crime. Oh my god. Why do
Fucking-
you do that to yourself?
Where did you get the tea from? Don't talk to me about hate crime. Where'd you get the tea from? That's the real hate crime. Anyway.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I get my tea from Yorkshire.
Who got it from China?
Originally, we got tea from a lovely country called China by trading silver for it.
Trading silver and also getting them hooked on opium. Anyway.
Only because they refused to take anything but silver. It's their own choice. We presented them with a lovely option between opium and not silver, and yeah.
Anyway.
I
electric kettles, and also, if there's a caffeinated drink of choice in America, it is coffee, by and far. Coffee is very, very, very popular. everyone knows about Starbucks and the litany of coffee brands in America. That is just a staple.
Tim
of
Hortons,
America.
right?
That's
As
Canada.
long as it's not Dauerbats,
That's
it's not
Canada.
real
Canada,
coffee.
Canada is Tim Hortons, but you're close. In my
I
area,
know
we have
that. I knew that. I knew that. I am just
Okay.
being a little shit because
in Michigan
you
and
don't
Ohio.
have a fucking kettle, my good human. Your culture is wrong.
In Michigan and Ohio, we have some Tim Hortons, but it's mostly a northern state thing if they have them. Anyway, when making coffee, a kettle is not used. French press coffee is very rare. Espresso coffee doesn't require one. Drip
Do you
coffee
not have
doesn't
instant
require
coffee?
one. Instant coffee is not popular in the States.
It
just isn't.
But you need your caffeine now, so you make instant coffee.
No, we make drip coffee more often than not. It is by and far the most popular way to make coffee in America is to put it on a drip and just come back to it later.
When Ellie makes coffee, it's like 3 scoops of instant coffee into a can of iron brew and then just like shaking it till it gets warm.
Matt, you promised you delete the footage!
I'm sorry, but I lied.
I have to say this. I've had instant coffee a few times. It's worse than regular. Like,
Oh,
it's
it's good.
Instant coffee is trash.
It's instant coffee. It's instant coffee for a reason. It's not good coffee. Nobody ever goes, oh, I'm really craving a mug of good coffee. I'm going to make myself some instant. Nah.
The only time I've ever encountered Americans preferring instant coffee is for one of two situations. One, they're at work and their workplace is stingy and they only get instant coffee. Or they're trying to make something specific that requires instant coffee to be made. Like, what was it, Dragon Coffee or whatever the fuck it was a few years ago? Like a coffee foam. And that's about it. And again, that's very rare and much more of a younger people thing to get instant coffee to make other things with it, not just the coffee itself. But yeah, Americans do not have tea kettles because just don't have electric kettles because the way that we consume our hot caffeinated drinks is just not in the way that requires electric kettles, and it just hasn't been done since the 1970s, really, when percolators went out and the drip coffee was in. Because drip coffee is diner coffee, and America pretends to love its diners.
What the fuck is diner coffee?
A diner coffee.
Why the fuck did it open a bedroom?
It's that weird stuff where like there's like a random like
text and then it went
coffee just goes around for hours.
A diner coffee is it's drip coffee, and until the 1970s there wasn't a machine that could make it in the home at a cheap price. But then there was, and since people went out to diners a lot and they convinced themselves to like the taste of diner coffee, they just bought that en masse. So, yeah.
Sounds tragic.
Mm-hmm. Right. So if you will check general taste, you will see my coffee machine. There are 2 types of proper coffee I use because I buy ground coffee because I cannot be fucked. I also use, oh my god, I use Dire Outburst medium roast 3. Oh my god, what's wrong with me, for instance? But yeah, no.
Is that not a drip coffee machine?
I don't fucking know. It just blasts hot water through my coffee and it tastes amazing.
I don't think that's technically drip. I forget what the delineation is between drip and...
Where the fuck is the filter hiding? Where the fuck is the filter hiding? There's the filter! Now you get the stream of consciousness as Ali makes her coffee.
I think it is technically drip coffee, but not in the giant carafe that American coffee is generally made in.
Why the fuck would you...
Is it a carafe?
Yep, that's what the big things are called.
Yeah, in America we make them in carafes. About, what is it, a liter? No. Probably like a liter and a half at a time.
Also, my tea is kept in an airtight container because I fucking have standards. My dad freezes tea because he has even stronger standards, and I'm just like, I cannot be fucked.
We also love to put creamer in coffee. Creamer in coffee?
No!
Tasty.
Black coffee.
You put milk in tea. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, but it's Yorkshire breakfast tea.
A little splash of milk. A little
splash of milk. Literally a little splash of milk, and then you fucking fill it up the rest of the way with your tea that you brewed in your teapot. It's fucking gorgeous.
Same thing.
I
No,
say,
it's fucking not.
Whole can of iron brew. Just pour it on in there. Don't even mind if the cup's overflowing. Just keep pouring.
It's this where I say I have a 500 ml bottle of iron brew in my bag and 330 ml cans ready for wear.
What is the flavor of iron brew, by the way? What is the flavor?
I don't know. It's got 32 flavor compounds in it. There we go.
You drink that whole bottle.
Wait, Sam, you've
with
had
that
iron brew,
disconcerting
right?
news, I'm going. Bye. See ya.
I think Sam's tried it. Get Sam to describe it.
Francis, the flavor of iron brew is heart attack.
Is it like Red Bull taste or?
It's there's 32 flavor compounds. It's got caffeine, quinine, Poncia 4R, and like yellow. What's the yellow one? And
the only ingredients you can conclusively rule out are probably heroin and cocaine. I'm pretty sure they were in there originally. They just haven't taken them out in the last 100 years.
No,
so
you're thinking of
here we
Coke.
go. Sparkling flavored soft drink with sugar and sweeteners. Delicious. Carbonated water, sugar, acid, citric acid. Flavorings including caffeine, ammonium ferric citrate, and quinine. Sweeteners, aspartame, whatever. Preservative.
Wait, hold on.
Color, sunset yellow.
Hold on. Is this the normal iron brew, or is it
yes.
like a...
There's an energy drink version.
Why does the normal one have aspartame in it? That shit's gross.
Do you want to know why? Fucking Jamie Oliver, the fucking cunt.
You know what? Now that you said his name, now I get it.
Sugar tax, baby!
I can't have sugar in my drinks. I'm Jamie Oliver, and I don't think that people should eat all of the fucking chicken. They should only eat the good parts that I arbitrarily decide. Alright, Jamie, shut the fuck up.
The fucking turkey Twizzlers. They were fucking immense. They're like the best part of my childhood. That cunt took them away.
Which, like...
He ruined iron brew. It used to be, like, the same sugar content, almost really similar sugar content to,
You know, like, the biggest celebration in my old school group chat was Jamie Oliver's restaurant business going bankrupt. Like, birthdays, marriages, all of that was, like, a thumbs up. Jamie Oliver's restaurant chain going bankrupt was, like, happy emojis
as
everywhere.
Jamie Oliver, I'm Jamie Oliver, and I think this one thing. I think the Poles shouldn't have nice food. Alright, bye. And it's like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah,
what
that's basically it. It basically, so, because he saw kids and parents reaching through the bars of the school playground, just passing, exchanging, what was it? I think it was like McDonald's or something, I don't fucking know. It was fast food, and he just thought it was so appalling, and I'm just like, Jamie, shut the fuck up, my good wanker. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt who ruined iron brew.
Jamie, I want to ask you this. Which is more calorically dense for the price that it's at? McDonald's or whatever the fuck half-baked fucking vegetable tater tot you're going to give kids? Which one is more bang for the buck? Which one is actually going to make them feel fuller?
There's a reason why fast food is so... Loads of people go for fast food.
Because it's so appealing. Because like
it's got calories. If you need calories quickly, you're gonna grab fast food. You're not gonna go, oh, I feel like a salad. I'm gonna grab it like a carrot and a pepper and chop it all up nicely. Maybe a bit of apple. Fuck that shit. No one's got time for that. If I were Jamie fucking Oliver.
Kids need like 3,000 calories a day as well. Especially if they're active.
And like,
just give them,
can you tell I have opinions about the cunt?
Look, should people have easier and cheaper access to this? Yes, they should. But it's not your responsibility to take those things away. In order to have people make healthier decisions, you need to open up the possibilities for them and not just strip away what little options they have to force them into another one. That's not good. That's not how you do things.
Jamie Oliver, and I don't give a shit about the Poors or the Scots or anyone. All I give a shit about is my fucking bottom line. Cause ooh, look at me, aren't I amazing?
I'm going to be a moral arbiter on these people who have been doing this for years. And like,
Can you tell he's very, very popular in the UK? We fucking love the guy.
We do love him. We love him so much.
He's just such an icon. We love him to bits.
When he does, we love him so much. It's going to be a new bank holiday.
he came around at the same time as
we
Michelle
love him.
Obama, who did a very similar thing of like, we need to make kids' lunches healthier, and they should be healthier, but instead of like
introducing healthy options,
funding. No, they introduced healthy options, but in smaller portions because the budget wasn't increased at all, and just
and now
letting
you have people who are very healthy and also very hungry because they cannot afford enough food. Yay!
It's like, yeah, they're healthy, right? They're so skinny. Yeah, because they can't fucking get what they need at school. But that's a good thing. No, it's not. Also,
that is bad.
Also,
that is evil.
Also, lunch debt. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, that's not really a thing in the UK.
I
don't even know what that is.
I had to contend with that my entire high school life. To be like, I just need to grab an apple and a fucking granola bar, and that's my lunch for today because I can't afford anything else. My parents aren't around for most of that time. Just no.
Yeah, so at least at my primary school, so my first contact, I went to a private school partway through primary. So that's primary 1 through 7. So I think that's reception through year 6, something like that. I don't fucking understand the English system.
Sorry, was that even me? I was paying like zero attention.
Wanker, right.
It's not all about you, Ali.
But it is!
Orders received, brother.
Like Sam and you, it is actually all about me.
I think,
That's why I wasn't mid-fly?
Like nothing's really changed in our system in like 20 years. Like you get like there's like a free lunch thing you get if your like parents below a certain income or your household below a certain income.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah, there are a load of kids at my primary school on it. None at my junior school because we're fucking rich fuckers.
We have that as well, but the lunch prices are quite high for what you get, and
as subsidized.
And it's not even like a progressive like, oh, you owe a little bit more with the little bit more you make. You just jump up a whole other category if you make too much money, which is insane. It goes from like free to 40 cents to $2.50, which is an astronomical jump if you just make $20 more than the last year. Which is like, hey, that's dumb and it's bad. I'm not saying progressive taxes don't work. This is not progressive tax. This is a half-baked means test. It's not implemented correctly. It punishes people. It punishes people's kids for their parents making slightly more than last year. Because $2.55 every day, 5 days a week, or for 5 days a week for, what is it, 3 weeks out of the year? That's a lot of money.
That's why we're actually, in Germany now, changing the basic, the kind of security income that you can get without working if you're out of work for more than 2 years in a row. That is being raised from around 450 euros per month to 500 or maybe 550, depending on what the parties decide. Because in the current climate, it's just that if it's at around 450 euros per month, then for some people it's just not worth working. Because with as little money as they make working, they still need to get that extra money. But because they work, they only get the money if they make below a specific threshold, so they end up working full time and basically not being paid for it. So yeah, that does not work.
Yay, means testing. A great thing.
For the Emperor. Stay vigilant, brothers. The enemy is attacking. Direct us to the enemy.
Oh my god, I need to clean my teapot, but hang on.
Don't clean the teapot. In 2,000 years, it could be worth loads because of the pattern.
Right, I'm trying to take a photo in such a way that doesn't have my fucking face reflected in it because it's really fucking shiny. I think I managed.
Fuck you, Miles. Why is your
He
back always
opened
down?
his general text and then jumped to the bedroom. What the fuck?
Do you have another device that may be on the bed?
No, because it's open at general text.
No, I mean, do you have another device that may have Discord open and is currently in the bed?
Francis, I have two devices connected to Discord. My phone and my laptop. My laptop was on general text. My phone was on general text and then it jumped to the bedroom.
Okay.
It fucking went back to the bedroom and I wasn't looking. What the fuck? Yep, just got a phone in the way of my face. Excellent. Yeah. I also own a very nice funky teapot that my friend got me. Because, right, Matt, I couldn't find a fucking teapot anywhere down here. There were none.
What? There's like
There were
6
no
shops
teapots.
within walking distance of where I work that sell teapot. 6.
Yeah, and they're fucking here. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm in England. There should be a fucking teapot I can buy here, but nah. Apparently I'm not allowed one. So my friend got me a London pottery blue teapot. All I know is it's very nice and it keeps my tea nice and warm until I drink it.
Good job.
Translation, I pour one mug and then I grab my other thermos mug and I fill that one up with the remains of the tea. Because this bitch has no patience. Happy.
They will never see it coming. Whirlwind here. His wrath falls from the heavens. Whirlwind here. Preparing whirlwind missile battery to fire.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got It's All About You stuck in my head. Was that McFly or Busted? I can't fucking remember. One of them. Fuck it, let's just go with McBusted.
That'll bust fly, I suppose.
I mean, didn't they tour together for a bit as McBusted?
I think they did, actually, yeah. I mean, they basically were the same band. Like, you could easily swap them, like, in the middle of the set. Like, turn the lights out for a minute and just swap them and no one would notice.
It's as long as we get both Year 3000 and, what was it, Girl with 5 Colors in Her Hair?
Yeah.
I think those were the big songs by the groups. It's all about me. Also, how the fuck do you live with hard water, Matt? How? This is an affront unto Nugget.
I have a water copper. So I just like chuck salt into it and then pop the salt.
Oh, lucky I get to use the lovely Brita filter. Joke, whoever the fuck they are.
The good news is my hard water is really good for me because it's full of calcium.
That's because you've got fucking brittle bones.
What is full of I've been drinking all my calcium. My bones are really strong now.
What
there is such a thing as oversaturation. I hope you know that.
No, you just get stronger.
And that's what everyone in the south suffers
not
from because they're
return.
so
It's like a beautiful exponential curve.
Whereas up in Scotland, we have this lovely concept called soft water, where you can actually drink it straight from the tap and not want to die. Revolutionary concept, Matt. Don't know if you're familiar with that. No treatment necessary at the home.
Because it's so soft. I think that's what it is. What is it?
Stop being such a fucking British colonial Anglo-centric cunt.
It's not colonial. We conquered you
Hard
before.
water fucking
It's just
sucks.
Anglo-centric.
Matt, I will throw words at you. I don't care whether or not they're accurate.
You can throw words at me. I care if they're accurate though, so I'm gonna nitpick them with a really smug fucking grin on my face.
You're gonna
I hope you can
fucking
imagine that grin.
pick my language, you fucker.
Takiko's worse. He's nitpicks way worse now. Way worse.
I love to wander through in front of my computer to find my word come on to just be really snarky at you. God. Yeah, I really need something better to do with my life other than harassing British fuckers online.
You ever have anything better to do with your life than harassing British fuckers?
Yeah, actually, when I'm up in Scotland, I'll probably be hanging out with my best friends, so I'll be doing that instead.
Drinking soft water.
I don't see how that is an either-or option.
I mean, if I'm hanging out with my best friend, it'd be rather rude if I joined a VC without her, because, like, and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't really be comfortable joining the VC, so, you know. Yeah, no harassing of the British fucker will happen.
You can still harass British fuckers, just not the same one.
Yeah, you have to do it in chat.
It's true. No, it's not as fun, though. Nelson Sakiko, why the fuck in Scotland am I gonna think of British fucker?
Edinburgh. There'll be loads of students.
The defense of the city of Mag.
Just have to go into the town centre, throw a stone, and I'll hit a fucking student.
Bit of a waste of con though.
But hey, at least the fucking festivals are over, so I won't be fucking swallowed up by the fucking crowds as I try to navigate from Waverley Station to where my parents are parked.
You know what I love? Edinburgh Fringe. I love it so much.
You fucking cunt! No, you don't. No one loves the fucking Fringe. No one does.
Not even the French.
Why the fuck would the French care about the Edinburgh Fringe?
If anything, they should hate it.
So, there was... Don't ask me which Edinburgh festival it was, but there was some Edinburgh festival, and then a group of artists started performing at the fringes of the festival. And then some bright spark went, we can monetize this. And thus the Edinburgh Fringe Festival was born. There's like 6 festivals that happen in August in Edinburgh. It is hell. We hate it. And this year, the bin men were on strike because they weren't getting paid enough by the council, and they went, fuck it, let's strike. Which is, you know, valid. Only it was fucking peak tourist season because it's the fucking Fringe Festival, so you had all the tourists dropping their shit, you had all the... It's entirely the tourists' fault. If they weren't fuckers, the town centre wouldn't be as filthy.
At your command.
They voted to strike though. They picked their time well.
And then the Queen fucking died. Like, Edinburgh? Right. So, I was in Edinburgh the day before the Queen's coffin arrived, right? And it was still a fucking tip in the town centre. Like, Waverley Station was more of a tip than usual, so... God knows what I was like, they probably cleaned it up by St. Giles, like, very, very quickly. They had a bunch of, like, private bin men clean it up. They had to. There's no way they did it. Yeah, no. It's...
Maintain attack formation.
I don't blame them for striking, but also, like...
It is inconvenient, but that is the point. So it's like...
See, what I find interesting is I'm a lot more supportive of the bin men in Scotland striking than I am of the UK train crews striking. I wonder why. Could it be one fucks up my daily commute more than my trips up to Scotland more than the other? Maybe.
I mean, you know... Yes, it is a problem. And it sucks. But with this, I mean, with this disruption, the answer is hopefully going to be, hey, with this strike, we should have them not strike by giving them what they want, rather than saying, get back to work or else.
So, for context, Francis, I like going up to Scotland on Avanti West Coast trains, because Avanti West Coast trains are nice.
Yeah.
I have been stuck using fucking cross country because Avanti have been striking. Do you want to know what cross country told me when I sent them an email going, yo, your train was dangerously overcrowded? Well, there's no legal maximum on how many people we can fit on a train, so it was perfectly safe.
Right. I'm not saying it's not fun or... I'm just saying... I think there's a quote-unquote good reason for this to happen.
I am fully in support of Avanti striking. Just can they do it on weekdays instead of weekends?
I think the issue with that is that on weekdays you would stop people from getting to work, like people who use it to commute.
Sakiko. They fucking strike on weekdays. Just
yeah, they don't care about that.
Yeah.
The reason they're striking weekends is to get the weekends off.
Yeah. It's basically Avanti train crews are striking and the ones who aren't striking are refusing overtime because, you know, they want days off.
I still think they should just do, like, not they specifically, but all workers who work in, like, public transport and want to strike should just do what French bus and train drivers do when they go on strike, which is they go to work normally, they transport all the customers and all of that shit.
I believe the UK government made that illegal.
They just refuse to sell tickets.
I believe the UK government made that illegal, Sakiko.
I'm pretty sure the UK government can't lock up every single train driver in the country.
Oh, they'd fucking try. They'd fucking try.
Yeah, they would fucking try and then fucking fail if they just all decide fuck you.
They'd fine you. They'd go, oh, you're a train conductor who did not charge for tickets. You're being fined X amount of pounds.
Yeah, and then 50,000 train conductors go, fuck you, I'm not paying your fine. What are they gonna do? Lock up every single train conductor in the country? No, they're gonna change the law.
Yes, they are, Sakiko! Sakiko, you're so fucking optimistic!
This tactic already worked really well because all the old people refused to pay their TV licenses because apparently it was really expensive. And the government just...
Here's the thing, Sakiko. Governments will gladly put strike... Okay, so in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan, we all loved the guy. We all loved Ronald Reagan.
Oh yeah, no, I love Ronald Reagan!
Yeah, he was a great president in my country, I never knew him.
He had seriously threatened, and almost did, put thousands of air traffic controllers and essential transportation people in jail. And he was about to do it until they backed up. Like, it was in the process of happening. So, don't underestimate what a government will do to get its infrastructure going. Like, if they are pushed to that degree, and if it is that drastic, they will respond, not in kind, but they will respond with a horrifying retribution.
So, comparison thing for you to realize, Sakiko, is Sarah Everett. She was murdered by a police officer. There was a vigil in London at a park, basically because and there was a lot of police on women violence at that vigil, which you know, it's a very, very good look for the organization that had very, very many allegations of his misconduct happening.
The Met's a really like set in stone organization, and like some really nasty stuff has crept into it over the years. They're in like their own little bubble, and they have like very little accountability like within that bubble.
Yeah. Was the most recent police shooting the Met?
Most of them are, because they're like, you know, it's London, which is where most of the stuff happens, and the Met's often like the response to it.
Yeah, so, but I'm just wondering, was the last one the Met? Because it was all over the headlines. Because Oopsie, we shouldn't have shot him, I believe is the current verdict.
Yeah. Isn't that the one where they thought he was carrying a firearm? And it turns out it wasn't a firearm.
Probably. I don't know, I just...
Anyway, I've seen a few of these now. I can't remember which one's the most recent one.
Yeah. The officer was suspended a couple of weeks after the incident happened.
Well, I'm glad he was suspended.
Yeah.
Even if it was only for a couple of weeks.
I mean, he was only suspended like last week or something.
Isn't normally the suspension what happens while the officer's under investigation?
Yeah.
I don't know if the guy's under investigation. He should be though. Like, there should be every time the armed unit is called out, there should be an investigation.
And always remember, investigations by the police are usually, we have found ourselves not guilty of anything, go back to your homes, bullets.
No,
they like to take a few years to let the outrage die down before they announce that.
Yeah. So we've got a group of people called the independent police commissioners or whatever the fuck they're called.
They're not independent. They're police commissioners actually, for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah. So what they do is because they're independent, it's totally okay for them to investigate the police, and they will find no wrongdoing at all. Because how could the precious Met do anything wrong? I'm sorry, the Met has been cleared of wrongdoing because it was a justifiable shooting. Blah 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 blah. My bad. I shouldn't have said the precious Met did something wrong because that implies that there was something wrong. Yeah, it's very lovely shit like that. It's a protest.
Okay, so
don't be a visible minority in London because the police will use their powers to stop and search you if you are acting dodgy.
So what is over here, and I'm currently very well read on that because we had a case of that happen in my city like just a few weeks ago, and it's been like in the fucking news that I read for a living pretty much every day since then. And anyway, what is over here, one, if a police officer shoots during a confrontation for any fucking reason, even if everybody agrees that it was justified, that police officer will be under investigation every time. If a police officer in Germany uses their gun, they are under investigation until it is clear that what they did was lawful. They will usually be suspended for that amount of time, obviously at full pay, as long as they aren't found guilty of anything, but just to make sure that they don't run into anyone else who has anything to do with that. And what a lot of people are very unhappy about, and which is actually currently being considered to be changed, is that currently the investigations in cases where it isn't entirely clear whether something was justified or not are like the investigations are led by other police officers from a neighboring city, which means that obviously they know the officers who are under investigation and have likely worked with them in different contexts before and shit like that. And yeah, that is mainly why people aren't particularly happy with that arrangement and why it's currently being considered to be changed. But yeah, that is what we have so far.
Oh, UEFA, whoever the fuck you call it, charged Celtic over anti-monarchy banners. They're Celtic! They're Irish! Well, they're Glaswegian. But the point is still
UEFA get mad about any politics in football though. Like, it's nothing to do with the monarchy.
It's oh my god.
It is anti-oh my god?
No, Celtic are pretty pro oh my god, in fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't sound like heresy or anything, you know.
To the skies.
I just find it absolute bullshit. Oh, fan of man shot dead to see Met body cam footage. Called it. It was the Met.
Fear
This delay was brought to you by Ali's phone not loading the fucking page. Thank you, phone.
Toot toot.
Yeah, the fucking map. Be surprised.
Ali, remind me or anyone in Treehouse actually that you need to be introduced to Tutu. I know someone explained it to you, probably Sam, but
It
you
was
need
you
to
and
actually
Sam.
experience it.
Alright.
You need to experience it.
Okay. Look at my headache.
Why are you suggesting the exact same word as is written there? How have you hit a new low?
Ah, but is
I
it
don't think
spelled
there are any new
slightly
lows.
different? Is it like American spelling?
No, it's literally the exact same word.
That is a new look.
I've had cases where Google Docs would recommend I do the exact thing that I just did, and I'm just over there like, yeah, I know that would be a good idea. That is why I just did it. What the fuck are you doing? You know?
Yes, my lord.
Part of me is tempted to see how long the queue to see the Queen is now. Because last I checked it was like
Do it.
4.2 miles. Right.
Let me ask something, Matt. Matt, why when I click on the whirlwinds to do attack round, do they like only do it like one fucking time ever and then they stop doing it?
Wait, what?
So I got these whirlwinds, and it's like I can click attack ground, and I do that. They've each done that like one time, and then they've stopped. And they like won't do it again.
But they won't bombard. I know they bombard.
No.
They'll just do it once.
Yeah, but even if I tell them to do it again, they won't do it.
Oh no, that's just the game being glitchy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not bug free.
Okay,
Like it has issues sometimes.
Current queue length is 4.9. It's approximately 4.9 miles long, and queuing time is at least 9 hours.
Oh, that means that they're actually super close to closing the queue because they said they would stop at 5 miles. So.
At this rate, the queue won't have gone away by the time Charles has died, and we'll just have to tack everyone onto the back of the queue to see him.
Yep. Give him a couple more hours, honestly.
Let's make sure he's dead.
You gotta give him a fighting chance. His mother did live to 96, and his father to 99, and his grandmother was 101, I think.
Question out of curiosity. How can it possibly be average wait time of like 9 hours when the queue is essentially 5 miles? Because my understanding is that I might be
That's all you do. You walk in and you walk out.
Ellie, I'm not asking what the queue is for. I'm asking how it can be correct that the average waiting time is 9 hours for a 5-mile queue, when my understanding is, and I might be misunderstanding what the length of 1 mile is, but my understanding is that you would need about half an hour at a brisk walking pace to walk 1 mile. So if you were briskly walking along the queue right now, that alone would take 2.5 hours. But I'm very sure that the entire queue is walking at a brisk pace. So how in the fuck can the waiting time be just 9 hours? I would have expected something closer to like 9 days, you know? How can that be correct? That is what I'm asking.
Move it through quite fast. Like you just go in, you see like a minute, and then you go out.
No, you don't even get to stop Sakiku. You literally just walk past the coffin. That's it.
Yeah, I know. It says that you have a maximum of like 1 minute that you're in viewing distance.
They're probably putting through like 100 people a minute.
The entire queue is essentially jogging. Like, is the entire queue moving at an average of like 6 kilometers per hour to 7 kilometers per hour? Like,
So people keep joining the end as people move through. So like, it's probably going really quickly at the start, but near the end it's going to be really fucking slow.
But no, it can't be quicker or slower anywhere because there's people in between those points.
Sakiko, have you not seen a queue.
Yes,
No,
I
there's no
have.
queues. Queues only exist in the United Kingdom. Outside the United Kingdom, there's no queuing. It's just like a
Start
hole.
of the queue. Start of the queue is always moving. The end of the queue is a lot slower.
That
It is
is
true.
why I
Like,
know
it's
that
like
a
a
queue that is
different
5 miles long will take longer than 9 hours to get through.
What is your will?
Art Zodiac. Who the fuck am I adding? Add Zodiac. Right. Fuck is this? Shit, who's this one? Oh yeah, it's this one. Welcome to the Gremlin server. We have nicknames like Feral Angel Gremlin and Warrior Gremlin and Yarn Gremlin Brig Queen and Weird Uncle Gremlin and Pixelated Gremlin and Apprentice Gremlin because we don't believe in names.
No names, man. No names.
That was an awful lot of names you just said.
Has anyone ever seen Hackers? Has anyone? No one?
I haven't seen Hackers. I've seen Sneakers.
I mean, I'm aware of the memes, but yeah.
721 initiated. Here to
Also,
don't
my
have names, man. No names.
fluent in memes.
Okay, so far, no one has disaster chemistry based off Zodiac. But I don't know if you saw what I shared in Treehouse.
That is very disappointing. You need to do better.
We have no names, man. No names. We are nameless. National alert.
Yeah, so we've got an ESTJ, and they don't get, according to this, they shouldn't get on with our INFPs.
But you don't have any INFP, so it's fine.
We do have INFPs.
But then,
two
don't
of
you
them.
have the disaster combination?
Yes, I said we don't have any for Zodiac.
Oh, okay.
We don't have any Zodiac. Okay, we have. How many perfects do we have? We have one. Scheiße. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why the fuck did I lapse into German?
I have no fucking idea. What is wrong with you? A considerable amount is wrong with you.
A lot of things. So there's 6 perfect for the Zodiac. There's 1. Fuck if I know how many good. There's less okay, but more than 6.
Yes,
There's even more not bads, and there's no disasters for Zodiac. That makes me sad.
How
Whereas whereas the MBTI, we have 2 disasters. 3 perfect.
I thought you were all disasters.
Road to disappointment.
We're a hot mess. And not like an attractive hot mess, we're like, oh my god, why the fuck did someone apply heat to this mess sort of hot mess. But we are fucking adorable. And if you disagree, we'll bite your faces off.
I mean, you've met the treehouse by now. I don't think we need to talk about hot messes, you know.
Look, I know you're talking about me.
Ha!
You can just say my name.
Yeah. It's, to quote one of the gremlins, yell at my people and I'll bite the first person who's trying to hurt any of you. That's basically the sentiment between all of us. Like, hey, we like you, we'll bite fuckers who don't like you.
That is weirdly wholesome.
There's nothing weirdly about it, though.
In a not entirely sanitary way, you know?
There's something a little unwholesome about it, but it's alright.
How dare you call the gremlins unwholesome? We're the most wholesome server!
How dare? How dare? I dare a lot.
Don't you fucking dare.
I dare. I dare Briere? No.
That was a bad one.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That was pretty fucking bad, yeah.
I don't need anybody to tell me how bad that was. But if you
I
want
gotta
to go
tell
ahead.
you, it was bad.
Yes, tell me more. How bad it was. More.
Very
More.
hard. Very bad.
Traumatizingly bad.
Traumatizingly bad. Jeez.
I mean, like, I'm probably still mid-breakdown, so, like, take it with a grain of salt.
Your instructions. I shall obey.
I need to be less cavalier about my mental health, but, like...
Yeah, fuck it.
That's okay. Don't worry about being cavalier about your mental health. Better to be open and understood than closed off and not understood.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
I mean, one of the reasons I'm not in therapy is I really cannot be fucked dealing with the bullshit that I'll have to jump through to get therapy. Like, I am not enough. That was peak homophobia of the game. What the fuck?
The peakest of homophobias.
Here to serve. Yes, most beneficent one.
Oh my god, right.
Taking damage.
I thought for some reason I thought I'd be better at the dungeons in Classic, but I am even worse.
What's going on? Sorry?
Am I still streaming?
I'm working on something else at the moment,
Yeah.
so I may have to be.
Alright. I'm playing golf with friends on my own because I have no friends. Ha ha ha. Yeah. And I played through classics and I've decided to do dunk. Why the fuck not?
What is dunk?
Basketball version. It's really fucking weird. I don't like it.
Me shall be my brother.
At your command.
Arms out the fucking dip, you fucker!
Yes,
Yep.
most beneficent one.
Yep.
Have you played that version, Sam?
I don't even know what anyone's fucking talking about.
Yeah, that is
I lost
kind of
my
the point I'm making.
Wait, there we go.
Like, I love the way Sakiko expects Sam to have been paying attention. Like, why the fuck would the fucker pay attention to
Follow
shit?
me into battle.
I'm
No, I
paying
mean, it's
attention
just
to the enemies of the Imperium, and that's what really matters.
It's funny to try and get Sam to respond to shit when he doesn't know what is actually going on.
Yes, it is. Fucking hilarious.
7-1 initiated.
What the
Yes,
fuck just
Lord.
happened?
Building 7-1 initiated.
Fear not the Psyker. I will destroy their minds and burn their bodies. I stand ready. I will destroy their minds and burn their bodies. My knowledge is at your disposal.
I await your instructions. With all due haste.
God damn it, that was homophobic. Ran out of time.
Here to
I was
serve.
lining up a shot. You can tell I am very good at this. I have got loads of penalty shots there.
Whirlwinds and their long-range
Yeah, so
artillery are being made
what has
available.
happened to me in the past, we played that one course, you might remember it, where the last thing you need to do is hit a hole that is on the wall, like on a tiny bit of a platform on a wall, and the wall is like slanted. And the first time we played that, I ran out of time on it. Everybody else ran out of hits, but I ran out of time, which is kind of nice because everybody else got 3 penalties, and I just didn't because I didn't run out of shots. I ran out of time.
I think you get the same penalty
You get
regardless.
the same penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get the penalty on top of what I have. So if you run out of shots,
No,
you have
it takes you to max.
it didn't. It didn't. That's why I recall it, because I thought that is weird and probably be changed.
It should take you to max plus
Yeah.
plus penalty.
Yeah,
Either
exactly.
way.
Because yeah, because I thought it was weird that like you guys all ended up with 19, which is the 15 shots that you had and 4 penalty. But in my case, it was like 15 total because I had 11 shots and then I got 4 penalty because I ran out of time. And I was like, that does not seem entirely fair, you know? Like neither of us made it into the hole. It is that does not seem entirely fair.
I will do as you ask.
I love the way I
Sorry,
can
I'm
bounce into the entirely wrong course and it'll just
I gotta
teleport
think.
me back to the start.
You're going what, Francis?
I gotta think.
I think.
Think.
That sounds horrible. I vote not doing that.
Yeah,
Hey, 1 over par!
Nice.
3, 14, 9, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 10, 4.
Munsters, yes we
18,
are.
4. Do it in a Scottish accent. Go on.
Munsters, yes we are.
No.
Arra.
I mean,
Monsters,
frankly,
monsters, yes we are. Monsters, monsters. Fuck, where are the lyrics again? I am.
In fairness to Sam, that could have been much worse, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been worse.
There is no such thing as
I
innocence.
don't know exactly how, but it could have been.
Yeah.
Charge! Charge! I will destroy their minds and burn their bodies. None can stand before us.
I await your instructions. Building 721 initiated. Build routine 721 initiated.
Artillery tank here. They will never see it coming. Triangulating attack coordinates.
God damn it. Oh.
NSTER, monsters, monsters, yes we are. Yeah, nah. Fuck.
Yes, most
I had it.
Yeah, you're doing such a better job than I was.
In my defense, I had a fucking crisis, so like...
Okay.
That's a lie, the crisis was Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
The crisis was Friday, this is just the aftermath.
Here to serve.
I'm probably gonna have another crisis this week, because I'm gonna be at home for 2 weeks, so...
Okay, so genuine question: do you want to talk about it or rather not? Like, I mean, obviously not on stream. But like,
No, we already talked about that.
It's Friday. I was up till like 2 AM just chatting shit with Sam because it was either that or continue to go. Like,
Yeah.
I talked.
Okay.
Don't ask me what the fuck we talked about other than fan fiction at one point.
It was a lot, yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of stuff.
Was it the rant thingy?
Oh yeah, that's basically my life so far since like it's cool. Talked a bit about that, talked a bit about others, talked a bit about fan fiction. I think I was feeling at golf as well because why wouldn't I be feeling at golf? All I do these days.
God damn it. I just now realized. You're Scottish and you're playing golf. It should be natural to you.
Francis? Fuck off. I'm not a fucking rich Tory cunt.
You could be.
Yes,
It's all a ruse.
I'm fucking middle class. My
Most
dad...
I mean, you're of course aware what middle class means in the UK, right?
Why are there so many random blank pages?
My dad was the first person in his family to go to uni. He grew up in the middle of bumfuck nowhere in northern England.
Does middle class mean the same thing that it does mean in America, or like you're
Nope.
landed?
No.
Nope.
What does it mean in the UK context?
We stand ready.
You're not. And basically, you're not. Oh god, right. The easiest way to describe it is you're not posh, but you're not poor.
I mean,
It's one of those things where, like, if you're in the UK, you go, oh yeah, that's definitely middle class, and you're like, yeah, no, that's.
I mean, that sounds like the American definition as well. I don't see the difference.
The connotation is different.
Right, okay, Francis. Do you have a middle class? Do you have an upper middle class and a lower middle class?
Generally, yes.
Right. So middle to upper middle class will send their kids to private school.
Yeah.
So many thousands of pounds a year will be spent on their kids' education, for better or worse or whatever. Like,
Grammar schools. Let's not forget grammar schools.
I'm fucking Scottish. Those don't exist, you wanker.
I mean, they do down here.
They're
in the tough water
The
part of
long
the
and the
country.
short of it is, the long and the short of it is, in the UK, schools do not necessarily cost money unless you decide you want to send your kid to a school that costs money. And if you're middle class, you have probably decided to send your kid to a school that costs money.
It's for context.
I think that's kind of true here.
Francis.
Money is raised through levies.
1
And-
in 25 kids in Scotland are privately educated, unless you go to Edinburgh, in which case it's 1 in 4.
Right.
There's... like, I'm the child of a doctor and an engineer, like, you just...
Here to serve.
My great... grandfather, I believe? Or was it my great-great-grandfather? But... Well, my great-grandfather was a minister, so I don't think... So it must have been either other side or great-great-grand. But, like, my family have been a lot first in the family. My dad was the first at uni for his family. My sister was the first one in the family to start a PhD, that sort of thing. Like, we are very much very middle class. And the way I fucking said that was so middle class. We are so
I'm not finding the difference between the UK and the American middle class.
Hang on.
There isn't that much difference. It's just like, it's just like classes and hangovers.
Yeah, I'm not hearing the difference, but because the way that you said it was like, oh, middle class generally has like, I don't know, some ties, some feudal ties or whatever the fuck. They're just like the lower portion of it. But no, it just sounds like.
I mean, like, while
Yeah,
my
if you're in the British middle class, you still have to provide armed forces to the Queen in times of combat.
Yeah, so like, while my surname does come from the Normans, it comes from my dad, who you knew grew up in not even a village, it was a hamlet in the middle of nowhere in the fucking Lake District. Like, his dad ran a menswear shop? His dad ran a shop in the actual proper village. Or is that place a town? Hang on. What does Wikipedia say?
Returning to battle.
It's not how you spell that.
I await your instructions. Initializing build protocol.
It's a town. My bad. Right. We're in the actual fucking town. I don't know. It's just...
Okay, so a landowner, but not in the feudal sense, just no, they were able to like have their own store.
That is a archaic definition.
That's not how you define it.
I'm not picking up on what you're putting down.
It's
It's basically, the middle class in the UK is the exact same as it is in the US. Like it's pretty much the exact same. It's just we have a better accent and we don't spell things wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Now
I mean,
now
speak for
see
yourself.
Now I see the difference. Fucking like. Ah, fucking.
In the UK, a lot of the middle class vote Tory because the Tory built their entire voting base off basically low house prices to the kind of rising British middle class after World War II.
Whereas I always thought the Tories tried to get working class. I don't know why I thought that. That makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense thinking about it at all.
That's like the last thing they care about. Yeah, basically they give houses to people for low money, and that's how they make sure that everyone votes them. Because that way, like when you own a house, like you want to protect that asset, you vote Tory. And every now and again they collapse into like a pit of sleaze, and then afterwards they have to drag themselves out by giving people more houses. And it just goes around in a huge circle. It's great, it's lovely, love it.
Okay, according to Wikipedia, middle class refers to people with tertiary education who have been educated at either state or private schools. Typical jobs include accountants, architects, solicitors, surveyors, social workers, teachers, managers, special IT workers, engineers, doctors, university educated nurses, and civil servants.
You have successfully.
Conspicuous consumption.
Anything that is.
Oh, buying in excess. Yeah, that's fucking gross. Why the fuck would you do that? Jesus Christ, mate.
So that with like 3,000 cans of iron brew on her chair. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Don't judge me, Matt. You're fucking British.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm observing. There's no judgment attached to that.
So fucking judge my caffeine consumption.
But that was just your iron brew collection. That wasn't like the actual caffeine consumption. I don't accept that. Obviously, I judge your caffeine consumption with the concerned air of a friend. Of course.
Education great value by the class.
I still love how entirely like almost panicked Impulse was upon learning that caffeine is actually not very good for your body. Like,
no, it's fucking horrendous. It's irritating so much. The like modern like popular culture. It's like drinking the coffee. It tastes great. It makes your brain go brr. I'm just like.
It makes your brain go brr because it makes your brain think it has more energy than it actually does. It's
yeah, it's like if you want to observe the effect, just like skim through fan fiction and see how many like fanfic characters there are who are like, oh, I'm not okay until I have my coffee. Oh, I love coffee. It's like it's literally it's in everything. Horrendous.
My faith is my shield.
I have a feeling that if he wrote James Bond fics, Q would never ever touch a mug of tea ever.
No, does he ever anyway though?
In fandom, yes.
Also, a Long Island iced tea doesn't count.
That's not what a Long Island iced tea is.
That was my point.
Oh, okay.
It's. Hang on, doesn't he make a quip about being able to do shit in DJs before his first cup of tea or something?
Yeah, but I don't think it was like a genuine reference. I think he was just trying to be snarky. Well, that's Q. Q might drink tea.
He might. But yeah.
I said that tea's not that bad. It's coffee. Coffee's the real like. Coffee and energy drink.
I mean, to be fair,
I've never once drank an energy drink. Surprise, surprise! My entire caffeine consumption has been.
The energy drinks are the worst because they have like everything in. Coffee's pretty bad if you have a coffee habit because there's quite a lot of caffeine in like a shot of coffee.
I mean, to be fair, tea also contains caffeine. It's just not that much, you know.
And it's harder for you to absorb it than the form it comes in tea.
Yeah.
Taking heavy fire.
Caffeine. Guess what I'm drinking at my desk?
Is it soft water that you brought back from Scotland?
No, I should do that. I should just bottle my parents' tap water and be done with it.
You'll get brittle bones.
Honestly, that does sound like a pretty good idea, yes.
Oh no, I actually should sleep. So, I'm gonna dip. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
him so hard. Let me. Am I not meant to go up that bit? What am I meant to do?
Triangulating attack coordinates.
My knowledge is at your
Considering you're still playing golf, my assumption is you're supposed to run out of shots because that always seems to be the goal of the game.
Yeah.
Taking heavy fire.
Right. So what I was meant to do, which made perfectly clear to me, was I was meant to shoot it in such a way that I went from one set of cobwebs on one side of the banister to the other set of cobwebs on the other side of the banister. And if you didn't make that transition, you would end up, the first set of cobwebs would
It's
take
the
you out of
first
bounds.
step on the road to disappointment.
Which makes perfect sense. Hey, ran out of shots. Finished with a penalty.
Yay!
There's only 6 times I haven't got the penalty.
I have a feeling that the dunked version is not your most favorite one.
Interesting, no. It'd be fun to play with other people, just crashing into each other. But like, I do recommend playing some dunk first before playing it with someone else.
To the skies. What's your order? Fear denies faith. Marine squad deployed.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. By his word. Even in death I still serve.
For the Emperor. We stand ready.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Bullshit. You've gotta...
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Marine squad deployed. Ever vigilant.
There we go. 12 strokes. 7 over par.
My knowledge is
Fear denies faith. Marine squad
Fear not
deployed.
the Psyker. Fear not the Psyker. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Fear not the Psyker.
Out of context gremlins. Let's not do out of context gremlins because that's the adult channel and I cannot be fucked.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
chart? Oh, there's... Okay.
An open mind is like
That's
a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
What's funky?
In this map editor thing, there's just a section where you can look at charts. And, like, that's kind of cool, but, like, I don't really need charts. I need to find where I can fucking edit the legend.
Okay. And you haven't found that yet.
There is no such thing as innocence.
Okay.
Only degrees of guilt. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Knowledge is power. Hide it well. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded. Venerate the immortal Emperor. I stand ready. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. I stand ready.
Space station. This seems like hell. Let's do it.
Is the course PlayStation or what?
Space station.
Oh, Space Station. I understood PlayStation and I was very confused.
There's a goalie. That's why the fuck is there a goalie?
I just want to know why you're a duck.
I'm not a duck. That's my hat.
Okay, I want to know why your hat is bigger than you.
Because I'm a puck. And the little black thing underneath the yellow thing, which is underneath another
Okay,
black.
why are you a puck? I feel like we're
I'm
slowly
playing hockey mode. Tikiko,
What?
I'm playing hockey mode.
Okay.
Why the again? I repeat. Why the fuck is there a goalie?
Because it would otherwise be too
hockey?
easy. Yeah.
It's fucking hard, even without the goalie.
Look, the only time in hockey where there's not a goalie is when you want an extra attacker on the fucking field, but hey, that ain't too often now, is it?
Okay, if we're gonna be pedantic, hockey's actually played with a hockey ball on grass or astroturf.
Oh, it's not.
Yes, that's hockey.
It's
The
played with
other
a puck
form is
on
ice
ice.
hockey.
That's my hockey. That's my
That's
North
ice
American
hockey.
hockey.
Yes, but I'm British. Well, no, I'm not Scottish, but
British.
whatever. British. I'm
I mean,
British.
if you want to be British, I'm not gonna stop you.
Me? British? Fuck no.
Oh, look, it's this map that was bad.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah,
map fucking sucks. I'm actually getting it in once. Wait, no.
An open mind is
I
like
didn't
a
get it
fortress with its gates unbarred
It was a
and
different one that I
unguarded.
nearly got in. My bad. This is not the really shit one. The really shit one has the fucking leaves and a part 8, and it's impossible.
Yeah, you know the ones where I said that you will need like 1 stroke per leaf anyway? And
Yeah.
how the fuck can it be
Oh,
par
oh.
4 when you need at least 6 strokes to have any chance to get there?
So what you do with that is at one point I nearly got it. What you do is you fuck up and you somehow land on like halfway down the leaves when you shouldn't have got there at that stage.
You probably actually want to use... Yeah, okay, or you can go over there. If you want to use the middle way, you actually want to use pretty much full power. Which you can actually do on this hole, at least in the normal, like in the normal mode.
Yeah, the hockey puck, however, is more slidey.
Yeah.
What is your will?
Yeah, the puck, the preferred method of playing hockey, is a little slidey.
No, Francis.
Sorry, which of the hockeys is part of the Olympics? That's what I thought.
Hey! Both?
Is hockey in the regular Olympics?
Yeah. It's been for quite a long time, yes.
I love how confused Francie is about this.
Well, my Americanism is showing again. Fucking. Were there any award-winning films ever made about field hockey? No, but.
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah, Clerks.
Clerks?
Yes.
Okay. It talks about field hockey once.
Yeah.
You know what else it talks about? I won't repeat it, because you know what else Clerks talks about.
Yeah.
Also, did Clerks win anything? I didn't think it won anything.
It probably won some.
Commencing attack. The enemy is attacking. Commencing attack.
It is in the National Film Registry, so...
Direct us to the enemy.
Whirlwind artillery tank deployed.
I await your instructions.
Okay, so I go to the field hockey page and history, main article, history of field hockey. Then I go down to field of play, main article, field hockey page, rules and play. See also field hockey stick. Oh my god. Main article, penalty corner. My school was very into.
Oh my god. Clerks 3 released 2 days ago.
Wait, there's a Clerks 3?
I guess there is.
Motherfucker, okay.
Well, the second one was... So I'm not too excited.
I'm not incredibly excited either. I'm just like, what? Like...
Eagle! Had one of those in ages.
Yeah, it just came out. Apparently it's being shown not nearby, but like 23 miles away. Nearby. Limited release.
Stand ready.
How does that count as nearby?
23 miles in America? That's just like nearby.
Oh yeah, no, 23 miles is super close.
Not super close, but it's like...
For
oh,
Texas
I can
it
go
is.
there. For Texas, yeah. Texas takes a whole day to drive.
Y'all are weird.
No, it's just like the scale.
Yeah,
of
I
your-
moved 350 miles away from my family, and that's far.
I mean, 150 miles is far.
My 350. I moved the entire Thailand to the UK, basically.
Sorry, I think you said 150. But yeah, 350 is far. I'm not saying 350 isn't far. I'm just
One
saying
of my
20
friends said
miles.
it wasn't, and I was like, bitch, what?
I'm saying 20 miles just seems a bit not short, but it is one of those things where it's like, yeah, my brother drives 30 miles to and from work. It sucks, but he does it. It's economically viable for him to do so.
What's my commute like? Hang on.
Prevail.
Under fire, returning to battle. Heresy grows guidance. At your command.
You know what country dominates hockey that nobody really talks about that much? Outside of the people who are into hockey?
Japan?
No, the Czech Republic. They're fucking monsters.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's insane to, like, as an American think, like, oh, yeah, well, as a base level, people think hockey's like, oh, yeah, like, Canadians and Russians and Americans, we're into it. But then nobody remembers that Czech Republic is just, like, they just invest a lot of time and money into it. They're like, yeah, we are going to beat everyone. And they do it a lot of times, like, oh,
That
shit,
is not a Czech accent.
look,
We will
It's-
establish a forward base at this location to facilitate ready access to Space Marines.
If
We
since
will
they are a
need
dumb
many to
American.
ensure the warboss
I'm a
is
dumb American.
dead and
The
buried.
Czech language eludes me to begin with.
None shall stop us.
It's a
Thermoplasma
Slavic language,
generators are
but there's a
available.
lot of
They will provide us
phonological
greater access to
fucking
power.
influence from Germany. Not 100%, but enough to make it a little wonky.
A little wonky is an interesting way to describe that.
Wonky in the fact that it's not as easily identifiable for me as like Russian or German is. It's like wonky.
I love the way your definition of wonky is. I can't easily place it.
I am ready to
It's
serve. Again.
as I said, it's not a complete blend of, but the grammar structures the grammar structures are very Slavic, but the phonology has been influenced.
Grammar structure.
But the phonology has been influenced, not completely, but a lot by its German neighbors. And its German conquerors. So give me a break!
Did I mention that the city that the festival is in that I was on last weekend literally borders the Czech Republic? Like, literally,
That's
you
not
can...
very specific. There's a lot of German border.
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
that.
but we're talking about the little bit of border with the Czech Republic.
But there aren't that many cities that literally border the Czech Republic. And I don't mean as in, oh, you can get there in a 5-minute drive or anything. I mean, literally, you leave the city by like one step and you are now in the Czech Republic. That is quite funny because that way people get the good kush from the Czech Republic while they're at that festival. It is also not very funny because that way the camp of the helpers and like the people who support the crew and everything got robbed by people who come across the border and then steal as much as possible from the camps and then cross the border again because that's much harder to follow up by police because it's in a different country. So yeah.
That's why you don't have shit on international grounds.
Yeah, it's not international grounds, it's just...
Sorry, I meant near an
close to the
international border. My brain is fried, Sakiko. It's like 11 o'clock.
Okay, but what do you suggest where they keep it? Like, they
Not
can't
on
just...
the border.
They have
So
the
you
festival in another city.
So you suggest they just...
Take the festival and push it somewhere else.
Just take the festival, just dig it up and dump it somewhere else. It'll be fine. I'm sure another city really wants to trade.
Initializing build protocol.
Ran out of shots.
What state was this festival in?
The state of
Sorry, not
disrepair.
state. What district? What district was this festival in?
I'm afraid you'll have to define district for me because that is not...
Because you were in Bavaria, correct?
Yes.
Which district of Bavaria? Franconia? Palatinate? Fuck.
Honestly, I can't tell you, but also I don't really think it matters that much because literally nobody in Germany like makes a difference between that unless you're like making a joke about how Franconia isn't actually part of Bavaria. Unless you're doing that specifically, nobody actually gives a fuck which part of the specific federal state.
Franconia is a political district of Bavaria. I'm just look. I'm just reporting what I'm seeing.
Okay, why do you ask? Because if you want to know where I was, I can just tell you the city, which is probably a lot easier, you know?
No, I want to find out and make a good guess.
It's fun. Say it to Francis.
I am a slut.
Okay, honestly, Francis, you have the information that it is a city that literally borders Czechia. You know the weekend that the festival took place, and that it is a medieval festival that this year had a metal and rock edition. You know some of the bands who played there. It cannot be that difficult to figure out which city it is. It cannot be that difficult.
I mean, it might be.
Yeah, you don't know. You haven't been.
Why are you assuming that I would know everything? Jeez.
Why do I assume that you would be able to use Google?
How very ist
How
of you.
dare. Yeah, how dare I? No, I mean, if you really want to know, I can look up which part of Bavaria it's in, but also I really think you have enough information to make a guess if that's what you want to do.
Consolidating position on the objective.
Hold on.
Yes, Lord. With all due haste.
What was the festival called?
Festival Medieval.
Okay.
Yes,
Hold
most
on.
beneficent one. I await your instructions.
This just happened to me.
What just happened to you?
Check general text.
Give me a second.
Lena, please. Shush.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. His wrath falls.
I am the instrument of his will.
Look at that monstrosity. I have heard legends of such beasts, but I have never seen one. Men, concentrate your fire. We must take this creature down.
Checking the text of the general. Ah, nice. I have a feeling that that 5 seconds is just the maximum amount, and whenever it goes over that, it'll just display it as 5 seconds. Oh, you had that whole fun.
Yeah.
Tell them. I got it.
Yes.
Tell.
Yeah. So yeah, that is literally on the border to the Czech Republic. So yeah.
Yes, Akiko, it is possible to skip multiple. It's not easy, but it's really easy to fuck up, as was demonstrated by who just demonstrated again how easy it is to fuck up because they are wonderful.
You just wanted to make sure that everybody had seen how easy it was to fuck up.
Exactly.
You're giving us a learning opportunity. I know what you said, but it sounded like you yelled, "Oh, Claudia."
Yeah, I totally yelled, "Oh, Claudia." Also, I didn't get back shots there. I ran out of time. That was a fucking miracle. But yes, Akiko, I totally yelled, "Oh, Claudia." That's totally my catchphrase.
Yes.
To the extent that when I was playing table football with one of my friends, they banned me from saying, "Oh, Claudia," because I was distracted.
I can understand that. You'd say "Oh, Claudia" an awful lot, you know. No offense, but like I get that.
I just because I just changed subject what I was talking about. They were like, "Okay, Ali, I love you, but shut up."
It's the first step on the road to disappointment.
Like, I did what they asked, and I still said, "You know, Claudia." I don't know what else they expected. They didn't ask me to shut up. They then did ask me to shut up, but they didn't at first. first one.
This day shall be a glorious one. My will is undone.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Taking heavy fire. They
Hello.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Someone coming?
It was me.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along, Austin.
No, but seriously, did someone come in? Because you said hello, but I didn't hear the sound that usually happens when someone comes in. Okay. On what?
I just got embedded in the wall. If we didn't end myself, I just got embedded in the wall.
There are also some glitches where you end up off the track, but instead of being put back on the track, it's just like, yeah, nah, fuck yeah, and you just stay off the track and have no way to get back on. So yeah,
that happened to me the first time we played.
I think I'm gonna give.
You go.
Bye. Have a good day, everybody.
You have a good day too.
regrouping. Squad broken.
I await your instructions.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
126. 870. With one more hill to go.
Taking heavy fire.
That could be worse.
We don't want the abyss.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Oh no, not one of these. It's not one of those. I don't even know what happened. Hi. Oh.
Yes, Lord.
Yes. That's what I want. I don't know, I can't see for duck.
Taking hits.
Whirlwind artillery tanks deployed.
Here to serve.
Marine squad deployed.
Approaching target.
God damn it.
Whirlwind here. An easy objective.
Yes, Lord. We follow you.
Oh.
Marine squad deployed.
Whirlwind artillery tank deployed. Whirlwind here. His wrath falls from the heavens. Whirlwind artillery tank here. The machine spirit is prepared.
Yes, Lord. Initializing build protocol.
Marine squad deployed. Awaiting orders.
Let's try Hockey Pirates. Why? Oh. Stupid.
What is your order? Awaiting orders. We stand ready.
I think to try Hockey Worms because Worms is such bullshit.
We are the squad
You're gonna try what? Because what is such bullshit?
I think I might try Hockey Worms because Worms Classic was such bullshit. I think I played Worms mid breakdown on Friday. That sounds like something I'd do, like the Worms course, because I hate myself.
Do you think that playing it on hockey might make it better?
Yeah, I think it'd be funny. See how what.
Marine squad deployed.
Okay.
Like, I'm not picking these modes because I think, it would be easier. I'm picking them because, like, lol, laughing. Hey,
Yeah, but
1 over 100.
no, I get what you mean. I'm just saying if you thought it was stupid on normal, I'm not sure what would make it better in hockey. That's what I'm saying.
Marine squad deployed.
As you command.
It's different mechanics. It's funny, right?
Yes, my lord. Fear denies faith.
Self with friends alone will come in so handy on Saturday.
Marine squad deployed. Heresy grows from idleness.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Faith is our shield. Marine squad deployed. Vigilant. We stand ready. Ever vigilant. Awaiting orders. Heresy grows from idleness. Ever vigilant. Direct us to the enemy. Yes, my lord. Awaiting orders.
What's the way the puck just sits on the right?
Heresy grows from idleness. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Whirlwind here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind artillery tank here. They will never see it coming. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. Triangulating attack coordinates. Preparing whirlwind missile.
Is the sound calling the song I'm listening to Scottish? the song I'm listening to is Molly Malone.
In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, hey, her set me eyes on sweet Molly Malone. As she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets wide and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive.
You are clicking so badly, Sam.
What am I, what?
You were clicking so badly there. I think your microphone was unhappy.
Your microphone was... It was going on strike.
Onward to glory!
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Moving out. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Engaging the enemy.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. His wrath falls from the heavens.
Yes, most beneficent one.
We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
is the first step on the road to disappointment. He who stands with me shall be my brother. Praise the Emperor. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. Whirlwind artillery tank here. They will never see it coming. His wrath falls from the heavens. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Engaging the enemy. Taking heavy fire. Initiate attack protocol 23.
Whirlwind here. His wrath falls from the heavens. Preparing whirlwind missile battery to fire.
Squad morale restored.
When did you drink water, Sam?
I don't know. Did it go?
Go drink some water.
I just drank some beer and then cleared my throat. That's why I was coughing.
Yeah. I'm just giving you a general reminder, go and drink some water.
I will when I want to.
What is your order? Objective acquired. What is your order? Objective acquired.
Whirlwind here. His wrath falls from the heavens.
Consolidating position on the objective.
Whirlwind here.
Position secure.
Triangulating attack coordinates.
Yes, my lord. None shall stop us. At your command, charge. None shall stop us. Initiating attack protocol 23. Engaging the enemy. For the glory of the Imperium.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
We stand ready. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. For the glory of the Imperium. Charge! We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. For the glory of the Imperium.
Brother Tantheus.
Burned beyond recovery of his gene seed, along with Brother Michaelis. Nothing was left of them save for ash. They burned from the inside out.
Anything else to report?
The Orc warboss has been destroyed, but we saw a dropship leave the area. Captain, she bore the 8-pointed star.
The mark of the ruinous powers of chaos.
Forces of chaos? Here? Now?
Tartarus has endured several Black Crusades led by the terrible Chaos Champions. However, it seems too convenient that orcs and these heretics are here at the same time. But I trust the eyes of our scouts. Isidore, do you sense anything?
No, I have sensed nothing. But if the nature of Brother Tantius's demise is any indication, then they would have a sorcerer with them who would be capable of masking their presence, especially with all the background static caused by the orcs.
Ah, our honored guest has arrived. Who is it?
Inquisitor Mordecai Toth, protector of the Emperor's divine word and will.
Is he here to take command?
An Inquisitor may have near unlimited power. Yes, he can commission the service of any Imperial citizen, from peasant to planetary governor, but...
I shall not cede command of my Space Marines to him, Inquisitor or not.
Then why is he here? Does he suspect one of us of heresy?
He is an Inquisitor. They suspect everyone of heresy. If chaos taints this world, then that explains his presence. We must share with him what we discovered. Inquisitor Toth, welcome to Tartarus.
Thank you, Captain. We have little time for courtesies. You and your men must leave Tartarus. Now.
The orcs have been repelled, and their war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a Space Marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
What is happening over there?
It's good. Take that with it.
And that's it for me today for streaming, guys. Bye.